to The Executive's View, the sports podcast where the stakes are high and the debates are fierce. Please welcome your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, alongside co-host Barry DeVille Jordan. Each week, we bring you into the boardroom where the elite minds of sports converge. From the gridiron strategies to the business behind the ball, we tackle the hard-hitting questions and give you an insider's perspective. So pull up a chair and join us at the table where champions are made and legends are born. This is The Executive's View. Let's get down to business.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executive's View. I am your host, Aaron Sirius Simmons, and this is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world on a Tuesday night, but you're here with the executives, and I do appreciate that, man. You guys know how I get started, man. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify. We're doing big things in big places, and definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. I don't do this by myself, man. I got a slew of brothers that are ready to come in here and chop it up, man. First and foremost, my co-host, Barry the Villain Jordan's in the building. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Villain. I mean, I was doing fine until I walked in. I got yelled at. I mean, what the hell? I mean, yeah, can I live? I mean, what's going on, my big brother? But you know what?
You not deserve that yelling.
Right. He is
that deserved the yelling.
I deserved it. Shame on me. I
absolutely. Here's the thing. At this stage of our lives, a grown-ass man should be able to wear whatever he
Nah.
You should have took that off. You should have took that off. I'm going to take that off. Speaking of which,
yeah, I mean, I was wearing it all day, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
wow. And nobody threw tomatoes at you or nothing like that?
Nah, they don't know nothing about that up here, man. It ain't that serious up in Connecticut.
That's the new joint. He had to break the tag off of it. He couldn't just let it sit in the closet.
I know, man. I'm gonna wear something. I'm like Denzel LG. I'm leaving here with something.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Speaking of which, Larry's in the middle. What's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Man, I'm not doing too good, brothers. Look, hey, if anybody watching the show, look, I'm gonna just put it out there, man. Barry had on Florida State hoodie. Had to tell him to take it off, man. Look, hey, I'm about to have to change my background because Florida State season is over with. My Niner season is about to be over with. My fantasy season going to the tanks. And man, look, I'm ready. Where's baseball at, man? Where's the Look, yeah, man. Not doing too good right now.
That's crazy. CK's in the building. What's going on? How we doing this evening, sir?
I'm just trying to get through the night, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Prayers up to CK, man. Hopefully he's on the mend and the road to recovery. I'm not sure if coach is going to pop by or not. I need to speak to him immediately. So I need him to show his face. This SEC nonsense is starting to get on my damn nerves. With that being said, I'm going to start right there. College football playoff picture has came out. Once again, I'm going to show you guys what the bracket breakdown looks like. And I'm just going to talk about it, to be honest with you. Obviously, number one, we got Oregon. Number two, Texas slid into number two in the projection here. SMU's at 3, Boise State's 4, Penn State, Arizona State start the first round. This Tennessee-Ohio State matchup, Alabama, Notre Dame, Indiana, and Georgia. And speak of the devil. Oh, speak of the devil himself. Oh, let me get Coach in the building. I need to talk to this brother right here. Coach, sipping on some scissor. What's going on, my sir?
Oh, that tastes good.
Anywho, what's up, man?
So, execs, what do you want to talk about?
No. We're not going to come here with the Cody Rhodes stuff. We're not doing that. I'm in a foul mood, and I can't be laughing at you right now, sir. I can't do it. Anywho, before we even break down how this whole thing is shake out, from 1 to 25. That's kind of how the bracket looks. A lot of things kind of jump out at me. First and foremost, we got the 6-11 matchup, Alabama Notre Dame, which I think is I think it's a joke. To be painfully honest with you, Indiana, Georgia. I think that I don't want to say okay. This be putting the cart before the horse. I give Penn State a puncher's chance to beat Oregon on Saturday. If Oregon loses, where do they go?
They probably dropped to 5 or 6.
Yeah, 4. Well, no, they won't be 4, like 5.
Yeah, 5.
They can't go any lower than 5 because
right.
Let's be honest, Oregon's the best team in the country. I mean, even if they lose that game, what I'm interested in is Arizona State, because Arizona State could easily lose to Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Because their top receiver's out. And we've seen Dillingham do some questionable
thing. Yeah, I like how you worded that.
Questionable decisions. He's made some questionable decisions.
There we go. We'll go that route.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that you got a Pac-12 team that can win the Big Ten. You got a Pac-12 team that can win the SEC. You got a Pac-12 team that can win the Big 12.
But you don't got a Pac-12 conference.
I just think that's funny.
One more season. They waited one more damn season.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but like everybody said the Pac-12 was garbage. They've come into other conferences, and it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. Like a Big 12 team getting into the SEC and running roughshod. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
So the big kerfuffle, honestly, and I broke out the SAT word here, is Miami being left out and Alabama getting put in.
Yeah.
3
losses.
It's not
2 losses.
Good.
Didn't we say the SEC ain't been beating these other conferences for what, 3-4 years now?
3-4 years, bro.
3-4 years. They have not been beating these other conferences.
But here's the problem, LG. Miami has beaten no one, and they've lost the team. They've lost.
Okay,
I'm gonna put it like this. For me, the Miami argument is
if you reverse it, right?
When you say you don't look at just
hold on. I got 2 of y'all talking.
Oh, go ahead. No,
go ahead.
For me,
hold on, second, man. I'm going real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you reverse it, right, and you give Miami Alabama's record, right, and you give Alabama Miami's record, and Miami has the better strength of schedule, you know what the excuse to get Alabama in there then is? Well, they play in the SEC. So no matter how you slice it, they were going to put Alabama in this damn playoff no matter
But see, here's the funny thing. We knew that going in, and yet I'm still sitting here with the dumb face on, shocked that it's actually happening.
I mean, how could we be shocked? We knew it was going to happen. Alabama's got 3 wins against top 25 teams.
But why are they top 25 teams?
I don't know.
They're ranked because they're in the SEC.
But they're ranked. And Miami, who's Miami beat this year? I mean, I'm not defending it. I think it's BS that Miami didn't get in, but like you play who you got in front of your schedule. You put these guys on your schedule, you still lost.
Okay, Barry, this is where I'm gonna go with it, right?
Syracuse, you lost to Georgia Tech.
Barry, this is where I'm gonna go with that, right? So you leave Florida State out last year because you said it's not just the record, it's the appeal, it's the you gotta sell it.
It's a different way.
You can't do that. You can't do
that. Wait, you cannot do that. I'm sorry.
So you leave Cam out? You don't want to see that Miami offense?
We are not using the same guidelines. This is
you can't do that.
You cannot go. You cannot. I'm sorry. Look, I am so sorry.
Wait. Let me finish the point.
Last year was last year. This year's guidelines. Okay, but let me use we cannot do that. We cannot.
Let me use the point. They said that was one of the things that they would evaluate. Who has been in more exciting games this year, Miami or Alabama?
Who cares about
Miami hands down? Miami hands down.
They lost.
Exciting because like Miami, that game should not, that Virginia Tech game should not have come down to the wire. Exciting because like they blew leads.
Kim is a finalist for the Heisman, and you telling me you're not putting in.
That doesn't ACC.
Wait. No, hold on. That can't be irrelevant if that was the argument against Florida State last year.
But it's the same criteria for this year. But it's the same criteria for this year.
You cannot use last year's metrics to.
I'm not using last year's. It's not a metric. It was the eye test, right?
Yes, it's the same criteria.
Their Heisman quarterback.
Yes. It's the same criteria for this year.
And be clear, I don't believe Miami deserves to be there, but Larry brings up a valid point. Like we all said Florida State shouldn't have been there because everybody was hurt or their quarterback was hurt and Alabama was held. Like that was the argument. There was a bunch of other arguments too. But I mean, yeah, Miami's got a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Remember they said.
So did LSU last year. So should we have put LSU in the playoffs last year?
No, they lost.
But they said that the rankings don't matter this year. They also evaluate that as a criteria. So you leave out who wants to see Alabama play. I'm just being for real. Like Alabama has not been Alabama. David Milroe's been looking like trash.
They're the SEC. Everybody named Mama want to see them play.
But I'm just saying, of the two teams, Miami has been in way more exciting games. They got Heisman finalists for a quarterback. Like they have literally one less loss. Like I don't. You might have just said let's just have the SEC playoffs and call it a day.
Yeah, because
it sounds like sour grapes to me.
But it's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's
not sour grapes.
It's not.
Okay, so put go ahead.
No, go. I'm sorry.
No, it's just like okay, so put in. Okay, I am not disagreeing with you on the Miami Alabama thing, but we've been saying, I've been saying, you've been saying, everybody been saying is like, look, the committee is making this up as they go. The criteria changes from week to week.
They move the goalposts.
They move the goalposts. We can use whatever figure speak you want to use. We know this, and we knew from the very first rankings when you seen Alabama in there. And what did I say? I was like, look, guys, it's a TV show, okay?
Yeah.
And more TVs are going to watch Alabama than watch Miami. Even though it's Miami, it's Cam Ward, it's all this stuff like that. More people are going to watch Alabama Notre Dame than probably it might be the most watched game of like those first round games. Because it's two of the big name brands.
They'll watch Miami Notre Dame too.
So when Alabama gets boat raced, right?
They don't care because people watched. People sit and watch the Cowboys every week to watch them lose.
I understand. What I'm saying though is when Alabama gets boat raced and when the SEC teams, other than Oregon, all go out in their first game, right?
Oregon's in the Big Ten, sir.
I want to hit. Where's Oregon? Big Ten. I'm sorry. I want to hear the Feinbaums and the rest of these clowns tell me how the SEC is the best conference.
I'll be right here, Unc. I'll be right here to talk, and I will die on my sword. SEC, baby. I'm not going to sit up here and act like there's not a bias. There's a bias, but we talked about this. It's like ESPN is in bed with the SEC, the same way Fox is in bed with the Big Ten. It's like this is what happens, and it's like yet people get upset. It's like, oh, here's the SEC bias. It's like, yeah, ESPN gives SEC a lot of money. And the SEC makes ESPN a lot of money. Is it fair? Maybe not, but I mean, it is what it is. The business of college, that ugly business side of this sport that we love so much. So it's just
where are the first round games, Coach?
They're going to be at the highest seed. So the highest seed is hosting the games. So that Ohio State Tennessee game is going to be in Columbus.
Hang on, but Coach, is there like a 60-40 split, or is it all home team with the tickets?
That I don't know. That I'm not going to sit up here like I know that, but it's like
Penn State, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Georgia are all hosting.
We need to find that out. Like, I would love to know if there's like if some tickets go to the away team. I mean, I doubt it. But I would be interested.
Yeah, I mean, they have to give them some. There's like a percentage that they have to.
See, but that's the other thing. Like, they'll travel. Alabama will travel. Fans will travel.
Alabama will travel. It's like, but it's just like Alabama will travel. The Georgia fans, well, the Indiana fans, because like they're Indiana, they'll find a way down to Athens. You know,
Sure.
It might be 35 of them, but they'll find a way down to Athens.
He said 35.
You know, the Arizona State fans might not want to go to State College in late December. So we'll see what that is about. But I'm sure, but it's just, that is a good question that I would love to know. But again, it's like, it's the business of it. It's like, again, like Alabama Notre Dame might be one of the most watched football games of the year. You know,
it's probably going to be 60-20-20, which is 60 for the home, 20 for the away, and 20 for the sponsors.
Okay,
that's fair. I can see that.
I can see that because the big bowl games like that, like your Sugar Bowls, your Fiesta Bowls. The reason why those games lack so much soul is because, especially I've been at the Fiesta Bowl. There was so many Frito-Lay and corporate types there to where it was just like, it was just a bunch of rich people in suits, like not even paying attention to the football game.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
that's your biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But here's a question for you guys. It's on topic, but it's kind of off topic. Does Rich Day have to make a run to keep his job?
Ryan Day.
Ryan Day.
I'm Ryan Day. I'm sorry. Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Rich Day is my friend. Shout out to Rich.
Look. I'll say this real quick, and then I'll let y'all chime in. He sat there watching all this carnage going on around him and just stood perfectly still. That man's brain is broken. He does not know what he just stood there, and as Michigan players are getting pepper sprayed, people trying to plant flags, there's chaos going. He just stood there, and was just like, huh.
Do you remember that? You remember that meme? You remember that meme of Doc Rivers when he's standing there like,
yeah.
That was him. I was like, it's like congratulations, Michigan, you've broken Ryan Day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That he is a broken man.
I think he's gone. No matter what happens, I think he's gone because, again, we can go back to John Cooper. Was it John Cooper?
I said it. John Cooper. John Cooper was a really good coach. But
I said it first.
2-10-1.
Yeah.
Against Michigan.
Yeah.
And that tells the story.
And he
cost him his job.
He won Big Ten championships, by the way.
Yeah.
He won Big Ten championships, and they was like, bruh, you suck, you got to go. Right. And the thing with Ryan Day is, when he took over for Urban Meyer, right, he has steadily gone down. The quality of the team has gotten softer and softer and softer and softer. And, you know, he was running his mouth and acting like he built that. Bro, you were riding what somebody else built. And now that you had a chance to build it, you had to go and beg Chip Kelly to come in and run the offense when you were supposed to be an offensive genius. Because remember, the whole thing with Ryan Day was he was an offensive guru. He was a wunderkind, right? He was the smartest thing in the history of college football, right? He was Steve Spurrier, Bobby Bowden, Dabo, Bo Schembechler, and whoever else you want to name, all rolled into one. Now you got to go get Chip Kelly. Listen, them Ohio State boosters, 4 years in a row to Michigan. Y'all know I rock with Michigan, right? That was not a good Michigan team this season. They had really good defense. The offense was garbage. And you lost to them.
And it was how you lost. You got beat up.
They scored a grand total of 10 points.
They ran the ball down your throat. I'm looking at the stats now. They ran for 173 yards.
Yeah.
They lined up. And the thing is, like, here's the funny thing. Like, again, I as a Penn State fan, I love watching Ohio State get beat up. But if you look at the blueprint that Michigan has used over the past 4 years, it was copy paste. Like they didn't throw the ball over the yard. They lined up and ran the ball down your throat. Last couple years it was Blake Corum and all them guys. Now it's whomever else I don't even know who the starting running back is.
Mullins.
Mullins.
Yeah. Mullins had 116 yards.
Yeah, he was killing them. That
Yeah.
last run was a thing of beauty when he got into the hole and then cut around. Like, they just,
it's funny
you can-
because Ohio State is we're the bullies. We're big. Look at us up front. Look at
Yeah.
look, we power football, Buckeye foot, and then it's like Michigan, like there was no surprise in the game plan. Michigan was like, we're gonna run the ball 45 times. Stop it. And they couldn't.
My man had 62 yards passing.
yeah,
Their
it was,
quarterback Warren had 62 yards passing, and
yeah,
you lose the ball game.
and LaCour
at
beat
home,
Miami.
favored by 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing was, like you look at since like Harbaugh had took over, the knock on Michigan was they were slow, right? But they were still tough. And to Chandler's point, Ohio State with Urban Meyer had those big bruising teams, the big linemen, the big back, and they've progressively went away from that formula and got to a speed game, right? Fast receivers, guys that can beat you on the outside. They totally changed their philosophy. But then once they were challenged to be like, oh, we could beat you up, they thought they could hang you. No, you can't do that. And Michigan, despite having a down year, like you guys point, they're still a team that's tough in the trenches, right? And they just beat them up. They beat them up. And that was their Super Bowl. They got up for that game. Ohio State thought they were going to win just by showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look,
So-
I'm just like this. You
can't.
can't.
The South Carolina get in.
You can't at Ohio
no,
State. You
no,
can't
sir.
not have a national championship and lose to Michigan. He's done.
South Carolina's
Yep.
at 14.
Can't do
There's
Yeah,
no
they're
way
14.
they get in there.
So because like let's be real here, guys. The committee has picked their 12 teams.
Yeah.
These are the 12 teams that will make the playoff. Where they're seated in high shuffles, we'll see. But the committee, they made a very, very
Well, the only
loud
thing that
statement.
can mess
These are
that
the
up,
12
Coach.
teams.
The only thing that can mess that up, Coach, is the SMU Clemson game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because Clemson can win that, get in, and then SMU still gets in. I think they're at large at
No.
worst, right? So then they
At
knock
worst,
somebody
yeah.
out.
Wait,
I don't
Barry.
think they let SMU in. If they lose, I don't think they'll let them in.
Wait, Barry.
You don't
I'll
think
go
so?
even further. I'll go even further. What do you do if UNLV pull that upset against Boise and you got a 2-loss Boise and an automatic bid for UNLV?
Yeah.
Who do you
I
drop?
don't think Boise gets in. I don't think.
I know.
If
There's
two losses-
no Boise gets in there. No, I don't
and
think Boise
two
gets in
losses-
there.
if we're talking about Miami not getting in with 2 losses and
They're not in
no
the SEC,
conference
bro. They
championship,
don't get that love.
But you know
They
what
don't
I'm gonna
get that
say?
love.
That's when it's gonna get people gonna get really pissed when you say you're not just using the rankings for metrics, because at that point, not only do you have a 2-loss Boise team, but you also have what's his name, Austin Gentry, who's about to damn near break the record for rushing yards in the season. How do you say we leaving Boise out?
Well, and
Because they
UNLV
lost?
has always
easy because they're not a top
ruined
conference.
Boise State season. By the way, UNLV over the past 3 years, they found a way to ruin Boise State season pretty much every year.
Yeah.
So now, if Clemson wins and UNLV wins, I don't think SMU gets in. I don't think Boise State gets in. Now it's a free for all at this point.
But you honestly don't think even if SMU loses that they can't get that at large, Chandler? Like,
They've been trying to keep SMU out all year, bro. Just look at the
Exactly.
rankings.
I've been saying it because look at the rankings. SMU has been 13, and finally, just like I've been saying for weeks, I was like, well, damn. I guess we have to move SMU into the Miami slot now. Shit,
Yeah.
Man, they've been that's just like they've been trying to get Missouri and Ole Miss in them.
Don't get me started on Mizzou. Don't get me started on Mizzou. Well, I tell you, like, the committee has not watched a single down of Mizzou football this year. They're like Mizzou's good, right? They're like, oh yeah, Mizzou's good. Yeah.
The name sounds funny. You know, let's put them in there.
so SMU is like Martin trying to get on the Varnell Hill show. Like,
Yo,
if you was in
yeah.
Hollywood,
Missouri.
Oh, you ain't gonna be in
Hollywood to the playoff.
I would have let you on.
Missouri played nobody. All they had to do was win all their games.
We talked about that at the beginning of the season. All they had to do was win.
Not even that. They got like Ole Miss started out the season real hot, but they look like hot garbage them last like 5-6 games. Ole Miss did not look that good.
Well,
And they
that's
still
Lane
kept
Kiffin.
trying
That's
to
the Lane Kiffin
force.
effect, bro. When he's supposed to win, Lane Kiffin will lose when he's supposed to win.
There's
They
another
keep
guy
trying to
that might
force
be
Ole
on
Miss
the
down
hot
your
seat,
throat.
too.
Lane Kiffin?
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin ain't going nowhere. He can print
No,
money in
Lane
Missouri
Kiffin,
on
like
this.
they love that. They love his antics too much down in Oxford. It's like he fits that program
Yeah.
perfectly.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
is the
that's fine.
perfect coach for Ole Miss because they love all that silly shit that he do. So he's
And
the
What about
perfect coach.
what about
He's
Lincoln
the
He don't have
perfect
to
coach
win
for
the
that.
championship. He don't
What
have
about
to win a
Lincoln
national
Riley?
championship at Ole Miss. All he got to do is keep making the playoff or get close to the playoff every
Or
year.
keep winning egg bowls. Keep winning egg bowls. Keep it's like this. It's like Hugh Freeze was so good at this until his luck ran out. It's like just when they was about to fire Hugh Freeze, you beat Alabama, you beat Georgia, you beat Tennessee. So it's like that's what Lane Kiffin is like. Just when he's on the ropes, beat Georgia. It's just that's what he do. That's
Hey,
how
wait,
So-
dude, what a game that Georgia Tech game was, right? Seriously,
Good
That was good. That was
Lord.
real good.
Oh,
That was really
man.
good.
That was a
That was
great
really
game.
And it's funny because like Georgia Tech got into overtime and was like, you know what? We have been running the ball all game. Let's throw it now.
Yeah, they forgot what they were
Let's
doing.
throw the ball now.
Yeah, they forgot how they got
Make
back in
that
the
Let's
game.
throw the ball now. Let's throw it now.
Make that
I'm
make
like, I'm
sense.
like, what are y'all doing?
Man,
You know,
Carson Beck will
before
throw you
we
in the game and throw you out of the game, boy.
Before
Like,
we leave college,
Carson
before we
Beck
leave
is like
college, I wanted
Mike
to.
Jameson Winston or something. Throw you in, throw you out.
That's crazy.
Like,
So
Before
I do have something I want to say before we leave college. Well, two
Talk to
things.
me.
One thing, I hate Texas A&M. Boy, good Lord, I hate Texas A&M. Suck it, Aggies. Like go enjoy the fucking Pop-Tarts bowl. Okay, whatever. Anyway,
That almost came out my nose. I hate you for that.
speaking of A&M, Connor Wegman is hitting the portal. He has 2 years of eligibility left. So he is going to be a major player in the transfer portal. Teams are going to be after him for sure because it's like he wasn't bad. It's just like for whatever reason, it just they fell out of love with the kid. The kid's talented. He's from Cyprus, which Larry knows what Cyprus is.
Yeah.
So he's kind of an H-Town boy, kind of a little bit, close to
adjacent.
it.
He's adjacent.
Yeah, H-Town adjacent.
He out here by me. He out here by me.
So it's that, and then it's like, man, look, the boys were rowdy this weekend. So many fights, flag plantings all across the country.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it was real. It was rivalry week, and sometimes we kind of go away from it because like all these guys. No, but it's like it was real. Like you could the intensity. Is it like these kids? They were just like that Clemson South Carolina game, which is always something. They're always fighting, and it's just like I loved it. It was a really good rivalry week, and now we move into postseason and stuff like that. And Dillingham gonna look real good in Columbus.
You know what?
Hey, Steve.
Oh my goodness. But I wanted to see the quarterback Notre Dame takes in the portal because Miller Moss is in the portal. The guy from A&M's in the portal. You know, Notre Dame's getting one of these quarterbacks because that's what they do now with Marcus Freeman.
Florida State better get the other one.
Which is smart.
Well, hold on
Florida
a second.
State better get
I'm hearing Marcus Freeman may be on the move going to Chicago. We'll talk about that here
I
in a
hope
minute.
not. I hope not.
Hey,
I think he needs to stay at Notre Dame.
I want better for him and for the Bears for that.
Look,
Go
you
ahead,
can't leave
go ahead.
college, man. I gotta say this to me. I love the rivalry. I love the fights. I'm tired of them being too friendly. I'm tired of them, wanting to be all buddy after games, man. Look, fight it out. Like, dude, we need to meet in the parking lot. They could have went to the parking lot, showed some fights. Like, I love it. Like, dude, I was like, oh, remember I put it in the chat. I say, dude, this is how college football is supposed to be. Like, you're not gonna beat me in my stadium and expect us to be friendly. You're not gonna go over the top playing flags and all this other stuff. No, you're gonna get punched in your mouth if you try to plant a flag on my field. Like I loved it.
I honestly,
I love
Larry,
the
fight. I agree with you. I think planting the flag is kind of classless. I think it needs to stop.
Don't let me do it. Don't let them do it.
Well,
Beat us.
Just don't
Beat us.
Just don't do it. Like,
Don't get beat.
like no, I feel you. Like you had your chance. You could have stopped us, for 60 minutes, and now you want to get rowdy and do something
That's
about
right.
it. But like, there's a little bit of like class. Like act like you've been there, kind of.
Bro, I hate you. Ain't no class when I hate you.
Yes, yeah,
I
but
hate
it's
you too,
rivalry.
but like
It's
still, like
rivalry.
I can get at you a lot of different ways.
Nah,
like you know what I mean?
wait,
Like
I want to beat you. I want to embarrass you. I'm gonna go kiss your girlfriend. Okay, I'm gonna go.
No, but what
All of that.
What's so funny is that so Texas was getting ready to plant the flag and do all that stuff like that. And
Yeah, Sark said nah.
But Sark was like, you know what would make them even more mad if we don't do it. If we just walk off the field and just say, hey, we beat y'all in y'all house. Have a good one. Like I said, enjoy the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And that's
You know why?
the Aggies matter. That made them more upset.
Barry, you know why I love it?
To do that because Texas was the better team.
Yeah,
it's like
there's no need to do that.
In my mind, it's like I expected to whoop your ass, so I don't need to plant no flag. You know
why I love it. This is the reason why I love it, bro. Because one, it actually shows that it's a rivalry. These teams actually hate each other. Remember, I said that about Auburn and Alabama. It don't care what them records is. They literally grew up against each other, wanting to fight it out. They want to beat each other. But if you beat me and you can let your fans run on the field and bombard me and I can't even get off the field, then I should be able to plant my goddamn flag in the middle of your goddamn stadium. Point blank. Because if they would have beat them, all them fans would have rushed out there. They be damn near about to run them dudes over. They don't it's only like maybe like 2 or 3 stadiums that they actually create a security line for the opposing team to get out of there. But if y'all fans can bum rush me like that, block me in, damn near run me over, I'm planting my flag. Damn it. I see you ain't running out here this week. All them people in them stands, y'all trying to get back to y'all car and get the hell up out of here. Nah, but if it was the reverse, I would be running y'all asses out of here.
I mean, I dig it, but like honestly, it's just like I have a little bit more class. I mean, being
I get the class.
Villain.
But if that's the case, then don't let your fans run on the field when y'all beat me.
No, absolutely. But I mean, serious. No, you can't stop them. You can't stop them from rushing.
I mean, you can't. You can't stop them. You can't. No, you cannot.
They wanted to.
No,
they can stop them if they wanted to.
Listen to me. Yeah. There is no way.
They literally open the gates. They literally open the gates.
No, trust
me.
There
are no gates to open. The people jump over the railing.
Trust me.
Hell, you build a goddamn wall up where they can't get over.
You build the wall? Okay.
You do like the NFL. You say y'all run y'all asses out on this field, you going to jail. And you stay your ass up there.
Yeah, because the college game and the NFL game is completely different. It's
I get it.
To be allowed in college.
There are ways you can keep people in the stands and quit.
They don't want the people in the stands. They like that view. They like that. What's the word, Barry? I'm thinking of the.
Yeah, they want them on top of you. They want them.
I mean, the camera shot. It's like they love the camera shot of being like, oh, look at this sea of humanity.
Yes.
Oh, they're going crazy here and fill in the blank, stadium or whatever like that. It's like, oh my God,
There was a sea of humanity, coach, right?
But if I'm an opposing player and I got to deal with that crap, then I should be able to do whatever the hell I want to do while I'm there.
I mean, again, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
But here's what bothered guys. I'm sorry.
No, I'm of the belief, honestly, that you know what, if you don't want me to plant my flag, and then stop me from doing that. But on the same token, I do kind of see where Villain is coming from to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, it's a rivalry, dog. Like,
look,
I get that.
I'm gonna touch home with you, Steve. When that Red River rivalry come around, bro, look, we can be hot-locking on the goddamn field if we want to. Look,
I don't know what the statute of limitations is, but like, look, you're talking to somebody who has gotten into fist fights on the Midway. So it's like, I don't know what the statute of limitations are, but it's like, I've gotten into actual fights on the Midway. So yeah, like I'm a bad person to talk to about like class and like honor in a robbery. I'm a bad person to talk to about it.
I had to survive a Maryland stampede. Trust me, I just did it this past year. Nah, the only thing you're supposed to do is protect that goalpost. Everything else,
look, on that Red River robbery, y'all see all the stuff on the field. Y'all don't see all the fights in the parking lot.
Larry, like the Midway at the State Fair is a
State Fair. Yep,
it's like fucking Fallujah. It is not for the faint of heart. It stinks. It's just beer. It's people on top of people. There's corn dogs everywhere. It's just all the fried
all kinds of fried meat.
It's just because you put all these people. You put corn dogs like Fletcher corn dogs. Like
that's crazy.
Oh man, like it's crazy. It's like like I said, I'm a bad person to talk to because it's like I have gotten into several physical altercations on the Midway and in the West End of Dallas the Friday night before Texas OU. Larry know what that's
Texas
like.
OU,
So it's like,
yeah,
it's
bro.
just-
Like I say, man, it's a rivalry game, man. So I want to see rivalries be real rivalries. I don't want to see dudes doing jersey swaps at the end of a rivalry game, bro. I don't want to see it.
But two things I'll add to that. One is there was rivalry games that we did miss, right? I don't think we saw Oklahoma State. We didn't see Oregon State. There might have been a couple of rivalries like Stanford, Cal. I think like some of the rivalries. I hope they get
Cal
back.
Stanford still played. Cal Stanford because they're both in ACC. So
They still
play.
I think there was a couple of games that we missed because of the realignment. So I hope a couple of those get back, right?
Cal Stanford, they're gonna be like, good game, buddy. Good game.
Yeah, good game, buddy. Yeah, good game,
buddy.
But the thing that bothered me the most, and then we can move on from this on that Ohio State Michigan was that linebacker. I forget his name, like the one that stopped them from planting the flag. I'm like, that's in my mind triggered. Like, dude, you had 60 minutes to stop these dudes from planting the flag. Now you want to get big and bold. Now after the fact, like they're not doing this on my field, bro. Like you could have done that on the field, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like you got some nerve.
Meanwhile, Ryan Day.
What was it, Jason Avant? Oh, but to say the flag, it's like, man, that dude got bad knees and a hip replacement.
And meanwhile, while that kid is pouring his soul out, that kid has never beaten Michigan. His emotions at an all-time high. And 5 feet away from him, Ryan Day is just standing there.
Just standing
there.
Stuck, like halfway crook, like shook. You know what I mean?
One other middle of it. Ryan Day standing there.
Yes, right. One other thing I wanted to bring to you guys before we get out of here, talking about college football. We had a dust up in State College on Saturday, and I wanted you to kind of hear what went down.
This was good. Good.
I ain't trying to hear from Mike Locksley.
Tell him, Coach Lock. You tell him.
Ain't nobody trying to hear from Mike Locksley, bro.
Hey, serious. Am I not the one that can't hear the audio?
No, I can't hear shit either. I'm just going.
I'm just reading.
Yeah, I'm just reading.
I know
I
what
know what said. So it's like,
I'm glad we can't hear it
Yeah.
because nobody wants to hear from Mike Locksley when you've had plenty of opportunities with really good talent to do something with your damn team, okay? And all you do is keep eating hot dogs and getting bigger and then complaining after games when people run up the scoring. Ain't nobody trying to hear from Mike Locksley right now, bro. I'm sorry.
This is what Coach Lock does. This is what Lock does, man. It's like look, and I know Sirius has to excuse himself from this conversation, but it's like this is what Coach Lock does. This is what he do. He is a hell of a recruiter. He is a hell of a coordinator. Yes. He does all of those things good. He is not like the CEO type. You know, right. It is like it is just proven. It's like, look, we're all here for the brother man being a coach, stuff like that. But it's like the Terps need to think about what they're doing here. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, because it's like they're going to get left behind, and it's just look. I don't know what you do.
Get left behind. They all the way left behind.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's just I don't know what they're gonna do moving forward. It's like, yeah, it's a tough situation, and it's like I don't know. Like again, James Franklin is like people. I think James Franklin is funny. Me personally, I think he's hilarious because it's just
did he say anything wrong, Coach? Like
no. So what
do you want me to do? Like get dudes out of the stands to play?
Essentially, what Franklin said again. I wish the audio worked. I may send this to you guys off air, but essentially what Franklin said was he had his 3s and 4s in the game.
Yeah.
And when the 3s and 4s get in the game, they deserve the opportunity to play football.
That's right.
Coach Locks was, blitzing, doing cover 0 and all this other type of stuff. So they threw a touchdown with 0s on the clock. And, Locks felt like according to what he said, it was nonsense. Now, based off of, where I get my, side hustle at, I really can't really go into explicit detail. But as somebody who watched all of Maryland this year, I am shocked that he lasted as long as he did.
Yeah.
I am shocked that he lasted as long as he did, and it wouldn't shock me that in the next couple of weeks he was relieved of his duties.
I thought he should have been going after last season.
I'm surprised he made it to this year, to be honest with you.
Right.
But then he works so much magic on the recruiting trail. He goes into these living rooms and he gets people all excited for Terp football, and then they get to College Park and then they lose. And they lose again, and then they lose some more. And it's just like it's something in the walls in College Park, and I don't know what it is.
You could keep him in Maryland, right? Give him a title, overall recruit something, right? Give him a nice check. Let him recruit because the man can recruit. He recruited when he was out there. Was it Kansas State, wherever he was? Right? He recruited out there, but he can't coach. Can't coach.
There's levels to it.
I know a good Southern Florida school that need a good recruiter.
UCF. I mean, Malzahn's going to Florida State now. UCF.
No, I'm talking about Listen, hey, I can't believe we having a college football conversation and we literally will not even talk about Florida State with 2 Florida State fans on this show.
Yep. Y'all don't want to talk about Florida State. I would love to talk about Florida State.
Coordinator.
You made the man change his shirt.
Yeah, exactly. You made me change my damn shirt.
Who is Tony White? Okay, they just went some guy. They went a damn restaurant down there in Tallahassee. Say, hey, what's your name? Tony White. You my new DC.
We're not talking about Florida State. We're not talking about the city that they reside in. We're not talking about the conference that they play. We're not talking about these.
It's too painful, man. It's like. Yeah, it's painful. Me and Barry might have to set up a Florida State Excel show after the season.
Yeah, we might have to do it. But the season's already over. We should have did that 3 years ago.
Y'all season is over. There is no
8 games ago.
Your season is over, sir. You played your 12 games. Your season is over.
Hey, look. No, man, we're in the postseason now.
But serious, I feel it because it's like, Franklin did everything right, and is it Bush kind of scoring with zeros on the clock? Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But he was blitzing.
It's 4 stringers. It's like when I was a freshman, I moved up to varsity, and I played in our rivalry game. I didn't go out there just running through the motion. First of all, you go out there going through the motions in football, you can get your head taken off, right? Yeah. So you go out there, you're gonna play, you're gonna run every play to score. You're gonna run every defensive play to stop them from scoring. That's football. So get out there and do it. You can't stop your 4s. Then is that an indictment on Penn State having good 4s, or you having a terrible team that can't stop 4s?
They had their ones in.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so
your ones can't stop my 4s, then shut up. Seriously.
Exactly. What are we talking about here?
That's it.
I'll take blitzes all day because I hate prevent defenses. I hate them in every level.
Exactly.
Hate them.
That's crazy.
Prevent defenses don't do nothing but let people back in the game. I hate prevent defenses. That's like taking a knee on defense. No. No. Man.
All right. So let's move real quickly because I do have a feeling this next batch of conversations is gonna get active. We had a suspension come down from the NFL. The Houston Texans gentleman, Al Shire, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Has been suspended for 3 games for the Trevor Lawrence hit. Larry, I'm gonna let you lead off here. You brought it to the group thread, and I told you I had a interesting take on it, but I want you to lead off here, and then I got a Houston Texans fan that I'm gonna let go, and then it's gonna get fun, man. Talk to me. How you feel, bro?
Oh man, look, hey, excuse me, Mama Jordan. Hey, excuse me, my mama watching, but it was a fucking hit. It was cheap. It was a cheap shot hit. Yeah, because he could have pulled up a little bit, but when you sliding, you fucking sliding, bro. Like. Nobody was calling for DeMar Hamlin to be suspended when Tua was hit, and that was a bang bang play too. Like, dude, I was more pissed. Like, dude, you've seen way worse hits that don't even get flagged. But then I can see if you said, okay, we'll give him 1 game. No, you give this dude 3 games, bro. 3 games to be suspended on that play. And I get it. It's your quarterback. Dudes are quick to defend your quarterback. But now it led into this whole fight, and there was actually Jaguar players who threw punches, no suspensions. When have you ever seen guys throw punches and no suspensions, bro? But then y'all sitting up here telling me that this dude's gonna be out for 3 games on a bang bang play. Fine him. We've seen guys do hits like that, and it's just a fine. And we remember we've been on this show and we like, oh, it wasn't even a suspension, it was just a fine. A fine. So what are you trying to say now? You trying to send a message? Because this has not been the standard. So now you want to suspend the guy. So now when other guys come up for these bang bang plays, it's like, what do you do at that point? Do you say, oh, well, the criteria was different. Oh, it caused a concussion. Oh, this like, dude, I'm a fan of hitting in football, and I'm a fan of how do you give the offense so many goddamn rules to where these guys on defense literally cannot play defense. You cannot play defense, and it was like I said initially when I saw it, I said he could have pulled up a little. He did hit him with a little forearm, but I was like, okay, call a penalty, 15 yards. You know, you ejected him out the game. All this other stuff. You know, you didn't go against these Jaguar players because you know a lot of times in football, it's not the perpetrator, it's the person that reacted to it who gets the worst of it. But you didn't do all that. And then now it's like, oh, Trevor Lawrence's girlfriend is chiming in, and now it's all these stories about how people's caught in league office and all this other stuff. So every time you see something egregious, people can call a league office and just get 3-game suspensions. Like,
yep, that's what I was saying.
You know, I'm in Houston. Y'all know me. I'm a Niners fan. Niners in the back, but I rock with the Texans. I root for the Texans. They my 1B. But you take off in the middle of a playoff run, their defensive captain. That's the most fucked up part about all this stuff. That not only are you not just hurting the player, you're hurting the team too. And now, you know, it's like I'm hoping that they appeal it. I'm hoping that the NFLPA step in. Hey, make it 1 game. You know, don't let this be a precedent, but at the same time, don't let this hurt the Texans season because you're trying to set a point. You're trying to please too many damn people. It's crazy. You've never seen somebody get suspended 3 games for a hit like that. Never. And we've all Steve, I can't remember what's the guy who played for the Texans and when he went to the Redskins. He kept getting fined for those hits. The safety, I can't remember.
I know Bernard Pollard.
Was it Pollard?
I think
it was somebody else.
Pollard had a long list of like different. I mean, he was the Brady guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so it's just.
And you seen these guys that to be honest with you, I've never even seen Alshire get suspended. I've never seen him getting fined. And it's almost like you just 3 games suspended this dude and he don't even have a history or nothing. He used to be a Niner. So like I've never even heard this guy even getting a fine for like hits. So now you just automatically 3 games and it's not even a history.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
I'll let y'all jump in.
I'm gonna let Steve talk since he's the Texans fan. I'm watching the play now, and the more I watch it, the more I feel a type of way. But go ahead, go talk to me, man. How you feel?
So I mean, it's one of those things where what makes Alshire a good player is what kind of damned him in this. He's a high motor guy, go, play to the echo of the whistle type of guy. But when you see the hit, and he could have he made it was a split decision. You know, we've all played football in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? When you're running full speed and you got to make that split-second decision, you know, it's hard to kind of go a different way or ease up or whatever like that. But I mean, you see the play, and he has an opportunity to not go in for the kill, so to speak. You know, it's almost you could see him kind of load up and go in. Now, on the flip side of it, it's the optics of it. It's like we've all seen Tua and all this stuff like that, and it's all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he gets suspended. Now, when I saw the play live, I was watching Red Zone and they showed it. I think that's how a lot of people saw it. You know, and when I first saw it, I was like, he's gonna get suspended for that. But I didn't think 3 games. But I was just like, he's gonna get. I'm like, oh, let's suspend him a game or 2 games, and they'll appeal it down to 1. But 3 games is ridiculous to me. I'm sorry, and I know as a Texans fan, people probably don't want to hear this from me, but I just think 3 games is ridiculous at this stage of the season. Now, if he did this the first time they played the Jaguars, does it matter when? It's bad timing. He is going to miss some key games for the Texans, some games in which he's desperately needed for a defense that really hasn't been playing all that well. So that's that. And I just think, again, like I said, when you see Lawrence in what they call the fencing position, and you see I feel like he is getting suspended for everything that happened. I feel like everything that happened on the field in Jacksonville, they're putting on his plate. It's like hitting Trevor Lawrence, the ensuing brawl, all the brouhaha, all this, all that, all the calls, like these people calling the NFL like some dumbasses. It's like, I feel like the NFL pissed off at all that, seeing all that, he gets suspended for just the entire mess. And I think that's why the suspension is 3 games. And I hope they appeal it down maybe to 2. And it's probably why they probably wanted to suspend them 2 games, actually. So then they give them 3. You appeal down to 2, and then that was probably what they wanted to do anyway, suspend them 2 games. But I don't know. It's you want player safety, but then you also we love this game of football, and I don't want to take the venom out of the snake, so to speak. With these, it's what makes football great. We love the hits, we love the plays, we love all this stuff like that. And again, like Larry said, it's like this game has been catered and tailored to the offensive side of the football. Like every new rule change is usually to help the offense, not the defense. And these defensive guys, I mean, they know how to go hit, and they this is what they do. But I'll let you guys go in. Like I said, I'm a Texans fan, so it's like I think it's a bunch of bullshit, to be honest with you. Like our GM came out and said it today. He was like, I mean, the threats and all the other stuff that it comes when something like this happens it's so ridiculous to me. It's like, and then if he was such a bad guy, I mean, he issued an apology, and it's like, and he even said, he was like, look, he said, we're out there. He said, this is what we do. He said, we're out here battling, and he said, I try to hit people as hard as I can, and just hope that they okay after I do so. So I mean that's usually the job of a defender, but whatever.
So here is my take on it.
I'll go even further.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Here's my take on it. I personally feel as though this defender is not only wearing the weight of this hit, but all the other hits that they got incorrect.
That's exactly what I said. I feel like he's getting suspended for a whole
this hit,
not just the hit.
For Tua, for any other concussed quarterback, because one of the major issues I have with this particular situation, again, I agree with the penalty. I agree with everything, but so many times these quarterbacks are so gifted at faking a slide, putting their foot in the ground, and going upfield. And now we're sitting here screaming at the defender for not going for the kill shot, for lack of a better phrase, or taking this thing out. So my position is this. If you're going to legislate the defender and put all these rules into place to put the defender at a disadvantage, whether it be this type of play or illegal contact or pass interference or whatever the case may be, there has to be some type of protection for the defensive players, because once again, if Trevor Lawrence, I watched this clip several times and I'm watching it now. Trevor Lawrence could have very easily put his foot in the ground and cut upfield. He very easily could have did that. And now he's, at the 35, 40 yard, 35, 25 yard line, he may have scored. I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see anybody get hurt. I'm not trying to see anybody in that type of position. I agree with the fine. I don't agree with the suspension. I don't. if you want to eject him from the game, again, that's subjective. We've sat here and watched this sport played at the professional level, at the collegiate level, at the high school level. And these refs, these calls are subjective. With stuff like this, I do hope he appeals it to you guys' point and he gets it knocked down. But it's sad because as a defender, what are you supposed to do?
Hey, so I just want to say this. Go ahead.
I take the same. I take the same approach with roughing the passer. As a defender, what are you supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to, I'm a Steelers fan. You guys know that. So, Ryan Clark probably was the quintessential prototype for these type of rules because he was trying to kill folks out there and everything like that. But I don't understand as a defender, how do you do this? Like Mike Tomlin talks about adjusting the hit zone and they bring stuff into practice to adjust the hit zone, but these quarterbacks are no dummies. They understand they're super duper protected, especially the pretty boys, especially the unmelanated type of folks. I'm not trying to go there, but let's keep it a buck.
That's where I was going to go.
Jalen Hurts gets body slammed all the damn time.
Lamar Jackson.
But Lamar Jackson gets body slammed all the time.
I've seen worse hits on Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I've seen worse hits on Justin Fields.
I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. Again, I do not wish injury on Trevor Lawrence or anything like that, but I feel bad for the Texans guy. Talk to me, Larry.
I was just gonna say because he's the. I'll go there and I'll say the elephant in the room because he's the white golden boy with his blonde hair flowing everywhere. He gets people in an outrage. How dare you hit him like that? How dare you concuss him like that? I've seen a million black quarterbacks, whether they consider them running or not running, take way worse hits, and nobody's up in arms about it. There's no
rejections, there's no fines.
Yeah, it's not going to this level. Remember, I said I've watched. Remember, I told you I watched Steelers games. I've seen Justin Fields take hits so hard he popped right back up, and they just keep the play going, keep it moving. No, it don't matter if they hit him in the helmet. I've seen Russ get hit in the helmet at least 3 or 4 times. I've seen Lamar Jackson damn near they try to take his head off, and they just you know what? Not even a penalty, just keep it going. But now you hit, Trevor Lawrence with his flowing hair, and how dare you do that? And how dare he be, on the field, in the fetal position? You can't do that. But I think that's the reason why the suspension is as heavy as it is, because it would have just been a fine. It would have been, hey, look, we'll keep it moving. But I think that had something to play into it. And Steve, the guy I was talking about was DJ Swearinger. They literally, literally out of the league because he could not hit people anymore.
Yeah.
Chandler, talk to me.
Here's the other thing is this past weekend watching football, I saw 10 different plays in 6 different games where they didn't even call a penalty where quarterbacks got hit in the head. I watched Trevor Lawrence in one of the London games on a play similar to that. Fake like he was going to slide and bang it up the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
He watched Patrick Mahomes every week make a run where guys were afraid to hit him, and he just keeps going, and he gets near the sideline, and he slows down, and they say, oh, he's going out of bounds, and then he runs past them, and they don't hit him. So at what point are we going to start penalizing the quarterbacks? Because to me, this was a play where I thought initially when I saw they just showed the aftermath, when you see the whole play, it looks like Lawrence is setting them up to fake him out.
Yeah.
So he said to hell,
yeah.
If you go try to fake me out, I'm going to try to dislocate your spleen. All right. And he happened to catch him in the head because Trevor Lawrence actually did slide. But again, it does matter who the quarterback is. Because listen, I'm no fan of Drake May or Bo Nix. I done seen them take some shots this year and not one penalty flag get thrown. Not one. All right. I done seen a lot of quarterbacks that people don't actually care about take some hits and there's no penalty flags thrown. But there's a select few that they're trying to protect. Why? I don't know. Because to me, Trevor Lawrence is average. But again,
Mhm.
what you guys said, it was a confluence of a lot of things. And this kid is he's wearing it for everybody. And that's the unfortunate part is sometimes, and we've seen this in every sport, something happens and the guy that's involved ain't never had a history, but he's going to wear it for everybody. And Al Shahir, he listen, he's the one in the jackpot this time. He's going to wear it for everybody else because I guarantee you in 2 weeks it's going to be a hit like this. That person only going to get one game.
Yeah. Villain, talk to me, my man. How you feel?
So I definitely agree with everybody on here about the hit. It's when you see it in real time, it looks nasty. It looks really bad. It looks like, a dirty hit. But then when you really understand what the defensive player is put in a position to do and the offensive player in Trevor Lawrence trying to slide, but sliding really late, you understand, you kind of start to empathize with Algier a little bit. And it's like, what do you want him to do? Like, what do you want him to do? Like, damned if he did, damned if he didn't. And because he hit him, because to your guys' point, all the hits that we've seen quarterbacks take, and you saw immediately when Lawrence took the hit, his hands was up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was like that flashback to Tua. It's like, all right, you got to do something. And then, give Ingram and his teammates credit, coming to his aid and all that stuff, right? But I don't want to really repeat what you guys are saying because I really just pretty much agree with you. I think 3 games is a little too much. I hope they appeal it, but it's like, just make it 2-hand touch. Make the league 2-hand touch because that's where you're trying to go with it. Like, can you imagine if that was Mahomes down there? Like they would stop. It'd be like breaking news. Like there would be, ticker tape, all that.
He would never play again. He would never play again.
Yeah, he would never be in the league. You hit the golden goose like that. Taylor Swift would be running down from the booth crying. And I mean, like,
get ready to learn XFL, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, right. So, but what is you showed the image, right? Serious. It's like a 5-yard gap. Mm-hmm. From when Lawrence was about to slide to when Algier was like, not loading up, but getting ready to make a football play. So, I think the defensive players are put in a position where they're in risk of hurting themselves because, he tries to stop, he tries to let up, he can, blow out a tire himself trying to not hit these guys. So, I think I just make it 2-hand touch. If we're gonna do
there has to be some level of compromise, understanding, discussion, or something being had, at the summer meetings, spring meetings, or whatever, because this is becoming unfair to the defense. This is becoming significantly unfair. And again, I understand this is an offensive league. Everybody sitting here plays fantasy. You want to see your guy do things, and I'm with it. But what are defenders supposed to do? Like, we've seen so many roughing the passer penalties this year for a guy's hand trying to knock the ball down, hit the top of a helmet or hit a helmet. We've seen so many roughing the passer penalties for a guy falling down on somebody after making a tackle because he couldn't shift his body weight. Like, Cam Hayward is 370 some odd pounds tackling a 210-pound quarterback. How the hell you expect him to shift his body weight after making a tackle? Make sense.
And there's no consistency either is the thing because
thank you.
Very next play, you see the same thing and there's no flag.
No flag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at
that point, he's a runner. He's a runner, Series. He's not a quarterback. He's a runner at that point. Like, what running back do you see going at that length, at that speed, to the first down marker then slides? Nobody else slides. Maybe a receiver, maybe a pretty boy receiver.
He tucked the ball, and again, to Chandler's point, he looked like as he came around that corner, he was trying to set him up for a shake or something like that.
He became a runner. He wasn't
late and chose late to slide. So if you're going to do all this sort of stuff, and again, as a defender, you have to be able to process the information and make a move like this. or you're cooked, or you're hurting yourself. And so the football minds have to be able to sit down and come to an understanding, come to some type of agreement. Hey, either the quarterback has to not do that, or give a wave or a signal when he's giving himself up, or whatever, or this is going to continue to happen because you can't penalize the defensive player for playing defense.
No,
Man,
you can't.
fuck all the dumb
Look
shit,
at all
man.
the rules that they
dumb
put
shit, bro.
against
No
the
more.
defensive player, right?
They need to just get rid of the slide altogether. You a runner, goddamn it. Run somebody the
runner.
fuck over or
I
get
mean,
tackled.
I would like that.
goddamn
I would
it.
prefer that. Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I prefer that
Dive
too.
head first. If that's
Ain't
it,
nobody-
dive head first.
Don't even dive head first. Ain't nobody else giving themselves up. Everybody else trying to get yours or run out of bounds. You run your ass out of
That's the
bounds, so you get
exact
your ass
point.
tackled. Point blank.
That's the point. Like the slide is so ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
the
get
rule
rid of that
they
fucking
put in place-
penalize that damn quarterback and penalize him 15 yards for doing a fucking slide. Like, dude, like you got it. You can't be all one sided offense, and I get it. We want to see offense, but people love football because of defense too. And I'll go even further. I'm sorry to cut you off, Barry, because this is my thing too. Only time people get upset is when your quarterback get concussed. You see running backs get concussed, defensive players get concussed, wide receivers get concussed. They go in the tent, nobody gives two fucks. A quarterback get concussed, oh my God, all is lost. The world is coming to an end. They football players. Like, I get what y'all saying about I hate that body weight crap. Like, dude, it's football.
Yeah.
You're tackling a man to bring him to the ground, bro.
That's
Like,
what I mean. Like, look at all the rules that they put against the defensive player, right? The landing on the quarterback, the defenseless receiver, all this stuff.
Yeah,
The only
and that's
rule
what
that
I
they
said
have.
earlier. Like all these rule changes are geared to help the offense.
Yeah,
not the
like
defense.
the only rule to help or to protect a defensive player is a crackback block.
No, the rules are there.
It may be a cut block. That's about it.
Cut block.
Hold on,
The cut block,
it.
yeah, the cut block
the
probably
rules
the
are
only one I
there
could.
to help fantasy football. See, that's the part everybody keeps missing. This ain't about offense. This is going back. This is about when fantasy football got big. That's when they started changing the rules because there were so many billions of dollars in fantasy football. And what's the one that you make the most points off? What's the one that gets you the wins in your leagues? Right? It's quarterback. Right?
Well, I ain't gonna say that too because they pay these quarterbacks so much goddamn money and they don't develop backup quarterbacks to where you lose your starter. You lose your starter, you pretty much dead in the water because these backup quarterbacks are hot garbage. Like, dude, I'm kind of going there tonight, bro. I'm being Chandler, bro. At that point, put the fucking red jersey on these quarterbacks. Tell them they can't run. All they can do is throw the ball.
Listen,
at that point,
don't be messing with that fantasy football and that betting money,
dude. Right? But it's the point that they pay them these ridiculous salaries where you got a lineman who's making like $1 million and these quarterbacks are making 50, 60 million. Like, dude, make it where they have put a cap on these quarterbacks where you're not paying them all this money. Start developing your backup quarterbacks to where, you know, if your starter go down, you have a quality backup. Because if you guys notice, and this is just me, and like I said, I grew up, I'm a Niners fan. Montana went down, we had Steve Young. You know, it was like nowadays, if you notice, when your starter goes down, the quality of play is so horrible. You damn near don't even want to watch your team.
But why would
Unless you're the Giants and had Daniel Jones and want the backup quarterback?
Oh, well, that's different. But I'm just
saying,
think about it. In a minute. It's literally at the point where if your starter go down as your quarterback, your team might as well just tank because they don't develop these backups.
Okay, but I already got the season ticket money. I already got the PSL money. Okay, they're still going to show me on TV, so I'm gonna get their ad revenue.
Nah, but you need the viewership. You need the viewership.
What it is, people still gonna watch the game whether the backup quarterback or not.
But they'll flex you out to some back channel that ain't nobody watching and put the primetime game in.
The part you're missing is there's only a few teams that invest in a backup quarterback. Those are the organizations that are truly about winning championships. The majority of these organizations, and how many times we said this, they're about making money, bro. Period. End of story. Period. End of story. So they're gonna pay that one quarterback a lot of money. They're gonna get the fan interest up. If he make it, he make it. If he don't, he don't. I got all that money. I got the jersey sale money. Y'all coming to the game. They're going to have us on a couple of national games. All right. Oh, and by the way, fantasy football, again, my backup quarterback going to score some points too. So there we go. I'm still making money off of that. I don't give a damn if my organization actually wins anything. It's about lining my pockets. And all we have to go to is the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones can say what he wants about Super Bowl this, Super Bowl that. Jerry Jones is only interested in one damn thing, making that cheddar.
Yeah.
If
you got enough money, Jerry Jones will let you tape ankles and shit like that before the game. If you got enough money, he'll let you in the locker room and lead the breakdown and stuff like that. He don't care nothing about nothing but that money. Somebody who's been to the Star, he throws his money around, and it's just like they will let people during actual Cowboys practice be on the field and just hang out and
call plays.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They're on call plays. They put the headset on and call plays.
Yeah, you can be the defensive coordinator for a couple of calls, but it just like I said, get to the point, and then now you see this dude get suspended for 3 games. Man, stop babying these quarterbacks. They football players. These dudes in the weight room too. These dudes in practice too. Let them be football players. And like I said, maybe it's more egregious to me because it was a bang bang play. So now, and Chandler, you can chime in, let me know what your philosophy is on this. But now you got a Texans team that I don't think the league ever want to see Texans win nothing. But they at this point of the season where they're kind of middling along. You take away their defensive star, and who you think is more appealing, having the Colts in or the Texans in? So why would the penalty be so egregious?
Well, I don't think it's that. I think we hit the nail on the head where it's Al Shazier got suspended for everything.
Everybody,
not just the hit. Mm-hmm. He got suspended for everything. He got suspended because they didn't suspend Hamlin, because they didn't suspend Myles Garrett when he tried to hit Joe Burrow with a rock bottom. They didn't. They did all this stuff they didn't do.
Yep.
Came on this young man's plate.
Yep.
I mean, and that's why they did what they did.
And it happens. Yeah. It happens. There's always one guy. We all. Well, I've been in service. You guys all been there at your jobs. At some point, that you the one that's 2 minutes late that day. You catch it for all the cats that have been late.
I'm just wondering if he would have caught it if it was Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
no, probably not.
We don't answer that question. No.
On a play like that, the exact same play wouldn't matter who the quarterback was because he laid him out. Because the way he laid him out, right? And it was a flashpoint thing where everybody was talking. Okay, you had so many people chiming in, and again from outside of football chiming in. People only watch football chiming in. And
because of who it was.
We've seen it in basketball. Name a fight. Okay, suddenly because that's going to be a Good Morning America that play. Now we got to bring the hammer down on you. It's optics, bro. It's optics.
I just think because of who it was, those optics just got louder. But I don't think if it was Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or even Jameson Winston, if it was one of them, man, they would have been like, man, move on to the next play. Nobody would have been calling in and all this other stuff, and it wouldn't have been on Good Morning America. It would have just been, probably even been a highlight on Sports Center. It probably would have just been when they going through the game film.
Maybe
possibly.
Not.
And I'm just being, and Aaron, look, you watched those first games with Justin. Justin was getting some real dirty hits. And it was like, no, he's a runner. He's a runner. That's what they kept saying. He's a runner.
Dude, I watched Joe Burrow take some hits in that Pittsburgh game that should have been flagged because they hit him upside the head, they grabbed him around the neck. Listen, and the ref was saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty
sure I saw T.J. Watt hit him with an angle slam.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw that. And no flag.
No flag.
No flag.
Chandler just wish it was Aaron Rodgers getting a concussed out for the season over here.
Aaron Rodgers
play like he can cuss. I'll tell you that much.
He's about to get benched. I heard he's about to get benched.
Please, ain't gonna bench him.
I heard he was about to bench him.
Netflix special.
He's threatening to come back next year.
Threatening. I'll do it. I'll come back.
I'll be here.
So
don't you mess with me.
So speaking of football and quarterbacks, our very own villain made a video talking about Daniel Jones. I wanted to see if I can try to play that really quickly because he said some real stuff in there. Hold on a second.
Ain't saying nothing real.
Can y'all hear that?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Take the mute off.
The premise of it is ridiculous because how can you quit when you've been fired? I just need to know.
You ain't been fired. You were just demoted.
He was
You weren't
fired.
You
They
weren't
told him-
fired.
they
You were
told him to
demoted.
Go home
He
and
was
not come back. He was fired.
If he was fired, he wouldn't have been on the team. He was demoted
Bro,
he
he
was
was
demoted.
fired. They
With
said
pay.
don't come.
with pay.
Okay.
Like that's
bro.
like you being like the president getting demoted down to like the associate, but you
Barry.
keep your salary.
Barry. I once worked at a
Keep
power
the
plant in
salary.
Long Island. All right.
What's that?
It wasn't working out. Bunch of racist crap, a whole bunch of stuff. Me and the general manager sat down and said, listen, because we was at a Christmas party and I threatened to cut somebody's heart out, literally at the table, okay? Because it's something they said. Sat down to the general manager and he said, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're not firing you. We're going to continue to pay your salary, but you can't come here no more. I said, good, because I'm going to kill somebody here. So I got my salary. I got fired, all right? Because they said, don't come back, but they still gave me my money because they didn't want no lawsuit. So Daniel Jones got fired. Okay.
No,
How can you
No,
quit when you get fired?
You didn't get fired. He didn't get fired. He didn't get fired. He was still on the team.
And you've been screaming for this man.
Go
to
stand
leave
on the
for 3
scout
years.
team. God
For
damn
3
it.
years.
Go be on the scout team.
For 3
Okay?
years,
No,
you've been saying
he
get
didn't get
Daniel
fired.
Jones out of here. And now that
No,
Daniel Jones
no.
I lost my damn
No. Like Daniel Jones, they didn't release him. He asked to be released.
Exactly, like a punk. Like, dude.
So there
this
is
ain't
some
working
validity.
for me.
That is a valid question.
Somewhere
Did he
where
quit
I
on
can
the
be
Giants?
appreciated.
That's a valid question.
Barry
Yeah.
been screaming for this man to be gone for 3 years. And now that he's gone,
Exactly.
you know what? This was wrong with you damn Giants fans, okay?
There
We
ain't
don't
nothing wrong with
we
me.
don't want this
Ain't
guy.
nothing wrong with
We
me.
don't want this player. And then when the player leaves, oh, he quit on us. Oh, he didn't.
No, see, he didn't. Chandler, he didn't quit on me because I quit on him 2 years ago. Okay, he quit on the 52 guys that are on the field that blood, sweat, and tears with him, and he quit on those guys.
How did he quit on them?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to be released because I don't want to be.
You don't want me to play for you. Let me go play for somebody else. Let me not waste my career here. Let me go somewhere else.
Oh, it's a month left in the season.
Let me ask you something.
Seriously, it's a month left in the season.
Did Sam Darnold ask for his release from the Jets?
He should have.
Did Sam Darnold ask for his release from
Zach
the Jets?
Wilson asked out. Did he quit? No. He was smart.
He's not answering my question. I'll answer
Yes,
for you.
yes,
No.
Sam Darnold asked out.
Did
Yes, he
Baker
did.
Mayfield in the middle of the season ask for his release?
Baker Mayfield's a clown.
Did Baker Mayfield in the middle of the season ask for his release?
Yes, he did. Matter of fact, he asked for Odell Beckham Jr. to be gone, so he quit on everybody because he got rid of their best wide receiver. Now,
Okay, so that's a no. That's a no. He didn't.
Let's go there.
Did
He went
Jameis
to management
Winston
and said,
ask
"Y'all
to
gonna
be
get Odell
released
out of here."
from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in
What?
the middle of the season?
Tom Brady quit on the Buccaneers.
He's not answering my question. Did Jameis Winston ask to be released in the middle of the season
Yes,
on
he
the
did.
Buccaneers?
Yes, he did.
Serious? Can you fact
Yes, he
check
did.
that? We go do this like
Now here's something I want to bring up.
A debate
Now
we
Marcus Mariota when he was in Atlanta famously decided to just, you know what, I'm out of here. I'm going home. You know, like Daniel Jones could have did that. He could have like, you know what, y'all demoted me. He's like, I'm not sticking around. I'm just going home. Y'all pay me not to be here, like Chandler was saying. But no, Daniel Jones decided no. Release me because I feel like I can help a playoff team and blah 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 blah. And he's trying to make
that? What's wrong with that?
He could just went home. Mariota started
Why
writing
should
on the
he go
wall in
home?
Atlanta and just went home. In the
Why should he
all
have
right,
stinks
yeah,
What?
because he stinks.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
but apparently
So
the Minnesota Vikings don't
he
think he
didn't.
stinks. Apparently, the Minnesota Vikings don't think he
He's
stinks.
starting for the Minnesota Vikings right now.
He will as soon as Sam Darnold gets hurt next
How
week.
much they paying him? How much they
He
paying
said
him?
next week.
When Daniel Jones wins a playoff game for the Minnesota Vikings, I am going to gargle my sore throat with your salty tears.
Wait, yeah, because that's first of all, that's what you're supposed to do. My nana used to give me warm water. Oh, that's what I did. I was gargle, so you sound a little better. Because you sound like a bitch right now. No, I'm just messing with you. I love you. But listen, he quit. He quit. Like, part of me understands it, and part of me, respects the fact that he wanted to, get it started on a new team right away. But part of me, once I heard what Tom Brady says, I was like, you know what? He's absolutely right, because he owes the other guys on that team a little bit more than that. In my opinion. And you can agree with me or disagree with me.
$383,000.
Let me ask you a question. All seriousness. Do NFL players have lifetime medical? No, they don't.
No.
So no player owes any organization anything because
no, it's not the organization.
No
it's not the organization.
Wait. Let me finish.
52 guys is what we're saying.
And they don't owe the players on that team anything because these same guys that claim that's my brother, the minute that dude makes $1 more than them, they're out in the public character assassinating them, talking about they trash. They go out. Oh, it was the Players Association, by the way, that got rid of the NFL middle class because they hated the fact that rookies were making more than them. So miss me with the brotherhood thing with these NFL players, okay? Because they sabotage each other.
You know there's a brotherhood. You do know there is a brotherhood, right? Like,
there's not.
From July to January, there is a brotherhood, and like you're around these dudes more than you're around your family.
We watched the Steelers players, okay, when Le'Veon Bell was trying to get his money. Character assassinate him while he was trying to get his money. This before he went to the Jets, before he held out. These guys, they were just in training camp with him. So again, I don't believe in it. That brotherhood crap that they say is a bunch of BS because I watched too many times. The Seattle Seahawks. They character assassinated Russell Wilson the entire time he was there, and they were in the locker room with him. Where was the brotherhood?
That's a different player. That's a different person. No. We literally just talked about Trevor Lawrence getting blasted, right? They're a 2-10 team, and he's playing like trash. They put him on his back and concussed him. Who was the first one to defend him? His brothers. Don't tell me it's not a brotherhood, man. Don't give me that.
There ain't.
That's not true, man. That's not true.
Let me jump in this right quick, right?
God.
What I think about the Daniel Jones is, and Sirius didn't heard me say this, man. Quarterbacks, the way that they wired is real fickle, and it's real. You can't play with their psyche too much, right? Mm-hmm. I think Daniel Jones, he pouted. He got demoted because they had been letting him play through all this bad, horrible play. He pouted. He was on the scout team. He was playing safety. He pouted. He bitched and moaned, and he whined his way out of it, right?
That's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what I did.
This is where I kind of will go with this, Barry. I blame Mara and what's his name? Sean. How you say
Shane.
Yeah, they GM because me. What I would have did was I would have said, "Look, we paid you. You gave us this bad play. You pouted and whined because you got demoted. I'm not gonna release you to go play for a contender. I'm gonna put you on that. What is it? The not the commissioner, but the other list where they like basically to go away. We're not releasing you, but you're not. Look, your key card is no longer active at the facility, bro.
That's illegal. You can't do that. They can't. They can't do that. No. There was already a lawsuit about that. If a player is healthy, you cannot prevent him from coming in the facility.
Oh, see, but I'm just saying.
They did him one better to point, Larry. This is what happened, right? They would have been like, said, "All right, you're not going to play. You're not going to start anymore."
Yes,
and they didn't just put him on the scout team. What they did was they said, "All right, you're not going to practice. You're not going to throw a ball. You're not going to do anything anymore.
We don't want you to get hurt.
You can sit here, go out and practice, throw a ball. Oh, my elbow. Oh, it hurts. Where's my $23 million? and that was it. So they said, you know what? We're not going to give you a chance to make this money off of us. You're done. We're shutting you completely down.
I would have did everything but release him because you're not going
to release you. Now, what I would have done is said,
you know what? The owner didn't have to release him, Barry.
And say it's a mutual thing, like we came to the agreement. No, you came to my office, you cried, you bitched and moaned, you wanted to release. I released you. That's what I would have done.
I wouldn't have released him. I'm being honest with you. Not without that quarterback play. He been robbing the Giants for too long.
Part of the problem was the fact that he went straight to the owner and he didn't go to the GM.
Exactly.
And I told you that was part of the problem and that's why I say Shane should be fired, because Daniel Jones felt comfortable enough to go around the general manager. Okay,
it's the general manager's decision to say shut him down. Don't let him do it.
No, but what I'm saying is he felt comfortable enough to go around him to say, instead of going to the GM, say, listen, I get what you're saying, bro. How about this? Why don't you just release me? Instead of doing that, he said, I'm just going to go right to the owner. That's a problem in that organization.
Yeah,
dude, I'm just putting like this, bro.
The GM is the one that said, I'm going to shut you completely down because you're not going to make the money.
What is it like?
Here's the problem. Yeah. Here's the problem. The Giants, when they gave him that contract, it was a contract of, you know what? I don't really trust you. I don't think you're that good. I'll give you some money, but I don't really think you're that dude. And who was the idiot that signed it? Daniel Jones. Here we are.
I mean, but I'm not talking about money.
What's an idiot, bro? That was $120 million. I'm gonna sign that too.
Dude, quarterbacks make that much in 2 years. He's not gonna get that for 4 years.
Exactly.
They put a clause. It's not about the money, Chandler. It's the clause in the contract that said after 2 years you got an out.
Yes,
like we have an out
because he knew nobody else was going to give him that money.
It was a 2-year contract.
No one else was going to give him that money, so he took the smart. He was smart.
Exactly. But the Giants protected themselves and said it's not a 4-year deal; it's really a 2-year deal. Yeah. After 2 years, I'm going to get rid of you.
Yes, but he knew that, so he said, "Let me get this money while I can." Right?
Yeah, and he signed it, and he signed it just like Kyler Murray signed that stupid contract that said you got to study. You know what I mean? Like
this is where I feel like the Giants. This is where the Giants
Call of Duty after 9 o'clock. Kyler,
but this is where if I was the Giants,
Chandler wouldn't sign that contract because I know Chandler say on his.
I wouldn't have,
right?
Like I say, I wouldn't have released him for him to go play with the contender. I would have released him. I think it's like week 14 or 15, where if you release somebody, even if they sign with somebody, they can't be on the roster. I would have told him, look, you walk around here, you can do as many laps up and around the facility as much as you want. I'm not going to release you after as bad as you play, and we've been paying you for you to just go sign with a contender.
I would have released him because what was the point in holding on to him? What was the point?
Why would you want to let this dude now go play on a contender when he basically been robbing those and then you quit on him?
First of all, he's not robbing nobody. Nobody made the Giants give him that contract. So stop saying that. Players don't steal nothing because they're not the ones. They're not.
His play was robbery.
His play was robbery.
Listen, he played as best he could. If the fact that the Giants overestimated his ability once again ain't his fault. If you hire me,
I'm saying, Chandler, Barry probably agree with me,
and I ain't got no damn hands. That's on you, bro.
But Barry probably will agree with me on this, right? If I'm a quarterback and I played as bad as he played, and I get benched, I can only say to myself, I played bad. That's like when dudes get an opportunity and they say, "Look, I didn't prove myself with the opportunity. I got benched." He got benched and he bitched about it.
This is a job. This ain't
he got benched. He got benched and he bitched about it.
This is a job. I need to make as much money as I can. So if I'm
not talking about the money part of it.
If you're on the job and you suck at your job, don't you get fired?
Yeah, but he didn't get fired. He got
fired. They basically reorganized him and said, you know what, you're gonna go in another department. You're gonna keep your salary until the end of the year.
I can go work for somebody else and make more money.
And he bitched about
it. But not until I release you.
Yes, and he bitched about getting demoted, bro.
Ron Mara released him.
He bitched about getting demoted.
Did you hear what Tom Brady said?
What?
Did you hear what Tom Brady said?
I don't care what Tom Brady says because Tom Brady runs around. Dude, his wife was worth $500 million. It was real easy for him to take under market value contracts and nonsense like that. And once again, this is where I go back to that whole brotherhood is a bunch of crap. Because if Tom Brady really gave a damn about other NFL quarterbacks, he would have took top of the market money so the market could keep going up. But he never did that because he didn't give a damn.
Chill.
Wait.
Wait.
Let
Let me chime in right quick. Let me just say this right quick, y'all.
Yeah.
The problem I have with Daniel Jones is you play horrible. Anthony Richardson, you play horrible. Bryce Young, you play horrible. They both got benched. They said, you know what? I'm gonna take this as a learning lesson. I'm gonna go sit on the bench. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna come back.
Anthony Richardson didn't get told to go home.
No,
he got benched. They didn't tell him.
Yeah, he got benched. Yeah,
And they're
Bryce Young
both
got
rookies.
benched.
They're both first and second year players. You can't use that same.
it don't matter, bro.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They were franchise quarterbacks that got
You
benched.
can't use that same metric, bro.
You can't.
But I feel like
how about this?
But I feel like this though. The Carolina Panthers have more confidence in Bryce Young, and the Colts have more confidence in Anthony Richardson than the Giants had in Daniel Jones.
There you go.
Absolutely, but they still benched him.
They still benched him. But the difference is like Larry was saying, Richardson was like, okay, I'm gonna learn from this. Bryce Young has looked like a totally different quarterback since he's got back on the field. Daniel Jones, he didn't even fight for it. He was just like, I'm going
That's
home.
the thing.
You know,
I'm taking
home.
my ball and I'm going home.
What he did was he went to a place where he could get actually taught better than what he was.
Cares where he went. He asked to be gone.
He's
a quitter. He's a quitter, Chandler.
He'll never see a play.
Because he didn't want to stay in a trash organization. He's a quitter.
Check this out. Remember years ago when Tom Brady first got the starting job in New England?
Yeah, I know. Marvin Jones.
Drew Bledsoe hurt. Marvin Jones laid him out, right? Did Drew Bledsoe ask to be released once he officially lost his job? Because he was eligible to come back.
Actually, yes, he did. He asked to be moved.
He didn't.
Yes, he did. Not during the season. Not during the season.
No, he didn't. That's a lie, Chandler.
Parcells even said that. They had a conversation.
After the season, not during the season.
It was after the season. During the season, he didn't ask to be released.
Because they didn't send him home, Barry. Barry, the difference is they did not send him home.
They didn't send
Daniel Jones home. You are
They didn't send him home. They put him on the scout team.
No, they didn't. They took. You just said it. You just said they told him we're not gonna let you throw. We're not gonna let you do nothing. All you're gonna do is collect the ball. He wasn't on the scout team. He wasn't on the scout team. They told him. They told him to stay home. Barry.
No, they did not.
Yes, they
did.
They
did not. They put him on
the article came out already, and I sent it to you guys. Where they told him they were not going to do anything physical because they didn't want him to get hurt. Now, at that point, you are persona non grata, and you're just going to sit in the damn corner. No, I'm not going to sit in the damn corner. Let me go somewhere else. Nobody else that you brought up was in the same situation, so you straw man in the damn argument. Okay?
They didn't send him home, my G. They didn't send him home.
They asked him to stay home.
No, they did not.
Google it, damn it. Like what you say, Aaron, what you say? Google is free.
Google is free.
Google is free.
He pouted and he took his ball home, man.
Yeah, I mean,
he's argument. I don't straw man arguments. I'm gonna give you facts, baby.
Hold on, chill. You're not giving me facts because Drew Bledsoe did not have to be released.
Drew Bledsoe was the backup in case something happened. Daniel Jones wasn't going to be the backup. He wasn't going to be a third stringer. He was going to be somebody who sat in a corner and did nothing.
He was going to be active on game day. He was going to be active on game day.
No, he wasn't even going to be active on game day. No.
If your argument was right, Drew Bledsoe had more to gain by going to Own It Craft and asking to be released.
No,
because he was still in his prime.
And Drew Bledsoe knew that anything could happen. He was still a part of the team. Daniel Jones, for all intents purposes, was no longer a part of the team. That's the difference in the situations.
Dude, you know where I'm gonna go with this, bro? And y'all know how I feel about that dude. Russ, Broncos did basically the same thing to Russ, and Russ said, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna chill. I'm not gonna ask for my release. At the end of the season, I'll find me another job. Stay away from
team after benching.
They did not want Russ to get hurt because they didn't want to have to pay him the insurance money. And Russ sit there and he said, you know what? I'll take the deactivation. I'm not taking my ball and going home. I'll be in the facility. I'll do what I need to do. Daniel Jones said, give me my ball and I'm going home.
Put
me on a better team.
How many years Russ played in the league, bro? How many years?
Russ has a better resume, and Russ is actually playing good.
Which means that Daniel Jones has to try to make hay while he can, because right now he has a reputation as being trashed. So his thought process is, and my thought process would have been, if I can get away from here and go to a Kevin O'Connell, go to a Kyle Shanahan, and get in a system, because here's what they do. They make a quarterback's reclamation projects, okay? And if they say something good about me, I might have a shot, okay, to be an actual backup or a starter somewhere next year, because these guys give you their blessing, teams will sign you. What he did was smart.
I mean, I honestly can't. I can't disagree with it.
See the field. I don't think he's going to see the field in Minnesota to even know what he got in the tank.
If something happens to Sam Darnold, I believe Daniel Jones will play.
No, they're gonna go to
if something happens.
No, I don't think they're gonna go to Daniel Jones. They're gonna go to what's the guy who he played like 2 games when Darnold got hurt this year. I forgot his name, but they're gonna go to him. They're not gonna go to because one, he don't know the playbook. They coming in a quarterback this late in the season. You really don't know the playbook.
We don't know that. We do not know that. We are sitting here speculating. All we know is this: coming up this week, Daniel Jones is going to be the core. He's going to have a helmet. He's going to have an opportunity to play, which is way different than what it will look like if you were still in Big Blue right now.
He had an opportunity to play for Big Blue for 6 years and didn't do shit.
I get
so.
That.
So now that this dude asked for his release, and now he's on a better team. He's in a better situation. He's in.
So that's what. Barry's butt hurt that he went to a better spot. That's what this all comes down to. Is the Giants fans are butt hurt that he's in a better situation.
I am not butthurt he's in a better situation. I'm more butthurt that we put up with this clown for 6 years, and then when it came down to it, he took his ball and ran home. That's what he did.
Wow, put up, because I don't know, the Giants kept running them out there, but y'all put up with them. See, it's amazing the phrases that fans use when talking about players. We put up with this. They stole that. These organizations are paying these guys, and they're coming to them saying, hey, would you like ugu gobs of money? What person's going to say no to that? Hey, Steve, if a college right now called you up and said, hey, we want you to be our coach for $10 million a year, and what you know anything about damn coaching or not, are you going to say no?
No.
Okay.
I'll sign up today.
Man, look, in the words of Usher, man, sometimes you just got to let it burn.
Daniel Jones is allowed to be a bum because they
gotta
paid
let
him.
it burn, man. That's
what we're talking about.
Daniel Jones burn. Let him.
Daniel Jones is allowed to be a bum because the Giants paid him.
No. What we are talking about.
No, we're moving on. I don't want to talk about this shit no more.
No. What we're talking about is your statement where you said Daniel Jones quit from the Giants.
Listen, this is 3 weeks in a row we're talking about this. Like, I'm talking about an ex-girl. I don't want to talk about this bitch no more. Let's talk about somebody else. Right? talking about my mom. I'm sorry. Mom gonna be mad at me. She told me to be good today too. She said you better talk to them. She said you better talk to them. I don't want to hear that language.
How Shanahan is failing the 49ers.
We're about to hit them right now.
That's not
We're about to hit them right now. So the injury bug has smacked them like they stole
the injury bug, not Kyle Shanahan. That's not fair.
Kyle Shanahan, apparently he can only coach Pro Bowlers. Apparently he can't coach second stringers.
Dude. Hey, Taylor, I know how much you hate Kyle, man, but I'll be defending Kyle.
How many good teams have no Pro Bowlers?
What?
How many great teams have no Pro Bowlers?
Listen.
There's a bunch, right? That won the Super Bowl.
That don't have a Pro Bowler at every position and a genius coach who can only coach the Pro Bowlers at every freaking position.
Andy Reid is a bum coach without Patrick Mahomes, right?
Okay, listen. All I heard about Kyle Shanahan was that he was the greatest coach in the history of coaching when all his players were healthy. Okay.
Nah, nobody said that.
When all his players were healthy. What team is
you're exaggerating the truth. Just like you're exaggerating that Daniel Jones is
Andy Reid lost half his team, and they still only lost one game. That's all I know.
Wait, like the Chiefs are the Chiefs have been kicking the can down the road toward New Orleans all season.
The black and white Chiefs are the ones that are winning this season. They're the ones that are 10-1. The Chiefs that are wearing black and white with the black caps and stuff.
Stop it now. We're not doing the official. We're not doing the official stuff. We're not doing it. So 49ers, talk to me, Larry.
Hey, look, man, you want me go first on my Niners, bro?
Go.
All right.
Cook.
Hey, so we'll cook on Niners, right? Chandler, I defend Kyle. The problem with Kyle is Kyle knows offense. He does not know defense. His defense was robbed. He lost Salah. You saw it wasn't a step back from Salah to D'Amico. When he lost D'Amico, it's been all hell. He's been searching, trying to find that next person who can coach his defense, his talented defense, right? Kyle knows offense. That's what Kyle knows.
So right? He's an offensive coordinator, not a head coach.
He knows offense. He was an offensive coordinator. He knows offense. And he relies on someone else to run his defense, which is the problem. Like I said it before, he offered Bill Belichick, hey, Bill, you come in and do whatever you want to do, whatever title you want, run the defense. If Bill would have came in and ran the defense, I think it would have looked way better, right? The problem that I have with the Niners is I'm not going to make no excuses for them, right? But the season started with McCaffrey going down. That was the big thing right there, right? Because we run so much of our offense through McCaffrey, right? Then it was the Ayuk saga. And Ayuk playing his game. And even he came out after the fact and he said, I made this more difficult than what it should have been. He knew he did not want to lead to begin with. He kept playing and toying around. Oh, this team, that team. We actually had serious. Remember, I said it to you. The deal was done. He was going to be a Steeler. He backed out. He didn't want to sign an extension with nobody because he wanted to toy around with the Niners. Then he goes down. At some point, and I get it, Chiefs have had injuries. Cowboys have had injuries. Nobody has more payroll on the IR than the Niners. Dude, nobody does, right? And at some point, your second and your third stringers, they are who they are. They are who they are. I think that this has been a season. This is one of those lost seasons. I think this is gonna. I've said it before. Hey, look, I might start to believe that the Niners are cursed until they do right by Cap. Sign him as a backup. Let him run the scout team. Something. We got to get that Kaepernick situation resolved. I don't know. Put him in the damn the Hall of Fame or something as a team. Something has to be done to make it right by him because we've been
scout team safety.
We've been dude. I mean, and I'm not, like I said, all teams have stuff going on, right? But I'm gonna lead with this, right? Because it happened first. Joey Bosa, and I get it. You have your political view. Have your political view at home. At home, bro. Ever since he came on with that damn hat on his head, it's been a problem.
I sent you the link. I sent you the joint.
And I'm one of those people that at that point, you causing a distraction for the team because you don't know how your other teammates are viewing this as you coming out and interrupting this interview with your hat on and you making it about you, right? Then, and prayers up, man. You lose your Pro Bowl cornerback, Tre'Davious Ward. Like people looking at all these injuries, but people don't look at the fact that Tre'Davious Ward has missed like 3 games because he lost his daughter. Then it comes out yesterday, Trent Taylor has been out because his wife had a stillborn. Like Chandler, I'm not putting that on Kyle, bro.
No, listen, seriously.
Like that's
I give you
issue.
crap about the Niners because I can't stand Kyle Shanahan. I understand that the team. Listen, nobody could withstand those injuries. I just hate Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, like Hufunga's a Pro Bowl safety. He's barely played all season. Like to say that they've even got 5 wins, I'm actually surprised because nobody has more Pro Bowl talent out on the IR right now, right? And I'm to that point now. I'm like, okay, I don't think we're gonna win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying tank, but I think that we should get in a position to get a good draft pick, and we got to make things right by Cap. And I'm gonna show something.
Pay Brock Purdy. What are you gonna pay Brock Purdy because he's up?
That's my other thing.
Brock is gonna get. I'm gonna be like this. Brock is probably gonna get somewhere along that Daniel Jones money. He's not gonna get that upper echelon money. I think he's gonna get somewhere around that day. Well, I'm gonna say current market rate for Daniel Jones, right?
What's that? 375,000.
Yeah, like Purdy's not gonna ask for at least 50.
I don't think he's going to ask for that much, just because the team and the team aura.
He wants that home discount. He wants that home discount.
He's going to get. They're going to take care of him, but it's going to be more like, hey, Brock, we're going to give you this money. We're going to defer a lot of it down the road. You're still a young player. We'll come back and renegotiate with you in a couple of years. I think he's going to get that, because you got to remember, Brock. You got to remember,
he shouldn't.
You got to remember, but you got to remember who Brock is, though. But you gotta remember who Brock is, though. Brock is a guy who still was like living with his parents. Like Brock,
but LG, he would be foolish to kick the can down the road because he needs to.
No. I'm not saying kick the can down the road. Kind of like that Ohtani. Hey, we'll give you, but it's backloaded. We're gonna give you all this money.
See, I see. We talked about this a couple months ago at the beginning of the season. I feel like Brock Purdy is going to get a big signing bonus, but then his AAV is not going to be real high. I think his AAV is going to be 25, 30.
Yeah, and that's
going to be like, well, damn, the signing bonus was $110 million.
Yeah, but if I'm his agent, there's no way I let him. Steve, if I'm his agent, there's no way I let him do that.
But that's
see,
where,
if I'm his agent, I absolutely let him do that, because if anything, he's proven this year he's not elite.
It doesn't matter though, because
Brock has played really good considering all things he played.
He's played well enough, but like he's not the reason why they won games last year. He's not the reason they went to the Super Bowl last year.
No, wait, I'm gonna defend Brock on this. Brock has played really good, because think about it. How many quarterbacks have put up like crazy numbers when, one, you didn't have Ayuk all season, Kittle's been hurt, Debo's been hurt. You didn't have.
That's my point, though. That's my point. Like without those guys,
Barry, you're not going to get me on that point, because look at Patrick Mahomes. I got Patrick Mahomes on my fantasy team, and this motherfucker throwing 10 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes has not been that good, because he's had receivers in and out of the lineup.
Larry, is he better than Dak or about the same?
He's better than Dak.
Okay, Dak got 60.
He's beating
I don't
that.
think he's better than
Dak. Dak got 60, so there's no way I'm Dak 30, and I'm better than Dak. I'm taking less than 60.
But that was Dak's second bite at the apple, not his first bite at the apple.
I don't care.
I'm not better than Dak.
Wait. We're talking Niners here. Lynch is good at negotiating those contracts where, like Steve say, you're not gonna have a big cap hit. We'll get you your money. You're not gonna have a big cap hit, but I think that we'll get the Purdy deal done. That's not some guys. They'll negotiate some money. We'll move around some money, because at the end of the day, is either Brock, we gonna take care of you, or we can franchise you, and they can withstand the franchise. They like 50 million under the cap right now. They can franchise him, but I think they'll work that deal out. What I'm kind of on right now is I would love to see Lynch go to either the Raiders or go to the Browns and say, look, get this motherfucker Joey Bosa off my team. Send me back Garrett, or send me back what's the guy for the Raiders?
Max
Crosby.
Why would either of those teams do that?
Yeah, but why would the Raiders or the Browns do that?
They would. Both of them would love to play for a winner. The salaries will match up, and you're not losing nothing.
Why would the teams do that?
Because you're basically getting a replacement in Bosa.
No, I don't want Bosa, who's always injured, when I have Max Crosby. I don't want Bosa, who's always injured when I have.
I'll go even further. I'll go even further, and I know we don't kind of go there. Hey, look, send his ass to Cleveland, where he can be thinking his dog is getting ate by people, and they eating cats and dogs out there. Send his ass to Cleveland over there, and get that trade, and we could take Myles Garrett and get Myles Garrett and swap him out.
That don't make any sense, because you're asking the organization to give you their best player for a player who's not quite as good.
Bosa?
Listen,
Wait. No, wait. Talent wise, Bosa is on a level. They are equal.
but he's always hurt.
No, Bosa's not always hurt. Bosa,
I would
is
take Max Crosby over Bosa. I would take Myles Garrett over Bosa. There's like 4 or 5 other outside linebackers I would take over Joey Bosa.
I wouldn't, but that are on losing teams.
Or Nick Bosa.
He's top 5. He's top 5. We gotta be fair.
Bosa is a top, like Barry. You just said
he's top 5.
He's top 5.
The Raiders are not going to trade Max Crosby to the 49ers. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, nobody's going to do that. Why would they do that?
For Bosa?
No, that's not happening. Not
For
happening.
Bosa. Because then you don't lose
Not
nothing. You don't lose a pass rusher at that point. You don't lose that because
The Raiders are not going to help the San
Raiders.
Francisco
The
49ers.
Raiders can't. Yeah, that's true. But the Raiders can't trade Max Crosby. They can't do that.
Hey, send a couple of draft picks, send him to Cleveland, let him go, do what
That's what you want.
In
That's
Ohio.
what you want because you want them draft
Why
picks.
would-
You
again,
want them
you
draft
haven't
picks.
explained
No.
why would the Browns trade Myles Garrett, who we keep it in the book. Myles Garrett political beliefs are a little bit more closer to Bosa's than you probably realize. But anyway.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but Myles Garrett keeps it to himself, and Myles Garrett don't be on TV with his freaking hat on and interrupting interviews and shit. Like
Listen, you stuck with him. That's your problem. You stuck with him.
they gotta find a way to get him up out of there without losing the production.
No, you stuck with
You're
him.
not getting
Your
No,
best
Larry's
shot
like
getting rid of
that
Bosa.
meme. It's
Your
like
best shot.
I give you,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, they got to get him up out of there without losing the
No,
production.
listen. Your best shot of getting rid of Bosa is to talk to the Chargers.
Who look for his brother? I ain't trading.
No.
no, with
The
his
brothers
brother.
on the same team.
But we can't give up the production, and those are the only two players.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, bro.
Yeah, you can't talk about trading Bosa and then I
can't
don't
have
want to
it
lose
either,
this
too.
production though. You just
But you can't. We can't. We in win mode. We in win now mode, so we can't give up the production without
Actually,
getting.
you might also be in rebuild mode because you have
Didn't y'all
players
just be
that are
Uptown?
broken. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Y'all just free Uptown.
Yeah, no,
So
that's what I'm saying. It has to be somebody who's getting the same amount of money without losing the production.
But again,
so
okay, Larry.
This ain't the NBA where you get that max
you are
contract.
GM of the 49ers. Like, so I am GM of the Browns. It's like, tell me why I'm giving you my all-pro defensive end for yours. Like, why are we making this trade?
To get his toxic ass off the team.
That's not enough, bro.
His toxic ass gotta go.
So why would I take his toxic ass? Why would I take his toxic ass?
Because he fit right in Cleveland. In Ohio, he be right back at home. Hey, Ohio State, hey, you can bring him right on back to Ohio, man. Look, hey, he a hometown boy coming home, man. Hey, look, get his toxic ass off my nine.
You stuck with him. Sorry.
Listen,
we're not in. We're not in no rebuild mode.
I mean, it's
dude.
just like
y'all need to be in rebuild mode. Y'all need to be in a rebuild mode.
No, it's not a rebuild mode. It's
listen.
No, it's not a rebuild.
Listen for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Listen. Take off your fan hat, and I know it's
I'm
hard.
not.
To do.
It's not a rebuild.
I'm not. I will not.
Just listen. The majority of the players who are hurt have been getting hurt consistently for the past 3 years. Okay.
Now that's where I will say we need a whole new medical staff.
It ain't about the training staff, bro. It's about the amount of games played and the type of players they are. There's a guy who always is going to miss some games. Always. He ain't played a full season and ever. Okay, because of the style of player he is. Look at you guys have gone deep in the playoffs. What, the past 4 seasons? So you played almost 5 full seasons in the past 4. That takes a toll on the bodies. So the 49ers are in a position now where they have to seriously consider how many of these guys do we bring back and do we do a rebuild on the fly?
We already in a rebuild on the fly. I'm
talking about you got to get rid of Debo. You talking about Bosa. It's a bunch of guys y'all gonna need to move on from, bro.
No, you don't get rid of Bosa. Bosa's in his prime, dude. I'm being real.
He wanted Bosa off the team.
You're the Bosa in Cleveland.
You don't. I'm saying Bosa's in his prime, so you got to get back equal. You got to get back equal value. You don't
get back some draft picks
You know, dude. You know Hassan Reddick him. No, dude. Not Bosa. Not in his prime. You get back equal value for Bosa.
You ain't getting equal value.
But you're not gonna get equal. You're not gonna get equal value back. If you're trading him for the reason that you're saying you're trading him, why would a team be like, oh, okay, let's take your toxic player and then we'll give you why would a team do that?
I mean,
you're gonna have to eat. You want to get rid of him, you're gonna have to eat a little bit. Like,
we may have to sweeten it, throw in a couple of draft picks. But
my man been on Madden Trader too long, man.
I'm just being for real, dude. Like Pooney has been a steal, dude. Pooney has been a steal on that offensive line, dude. They got Brown. Brown's gonna be probably Pro Bowl safety in a minute. Mustafa is like a missile over there. Now, when it comes to some people like Hargrave will be back. I don't know what they're gonna do with Hufanga. Hufanga hasn't been able to stay on the field.
Hargrave moving.
What's the other guy? They got to re-sign Ward. They just re-signed Lenore. Like I said, they got enough pieces to where it's not a rebuild. I'm gonna say this, Chandler. We need to retool.
Those pieces you're talking about are the ones who keep getting hurt. So you got to make a decision. You're either going to keep going through these things where you're losing all those games because guys are hurt, or you're going to move off these guys. You can't have it both ways.
But I think that they need a whole new get the training staff together. Kyle, somebody needs to go talk to him and tell him you cannot run CMC 25 times a game when you got Mason, you got Garand.
Kyle is the one calling the plays.
That's what I'm saying.
And how is it the medical staff's fault that like Christian McCaffrey has arthritis?
Man, look, I don't know what they got. Hey, give him some injections, whatever the hell they got to do. It's like,
my man is wishing stuff to happen now. But
no,
send him over to Germany for that platelet. Put his blood in centrifuge.
No, real talk. We've seen where players go to certain teams because of the medical staff know how to manage them and how to keep them on the field. We've seen that plenty of times. Dude, like, hell, I was surprised Jalen Hurts even made it through the whole season last year. But we know Philly, how many times you see AJ Brown, literally you thinking, oh, he's out for a couple of games and he come back in a game.
But Philly hasn't run. They stopped running Jalen Hurts last year. Kyle keeps calling these runs between the tackles for Christian McCaffrey. So if you're going to keep calling these runs, he's going to keep getting hurt. So either you're going to move off Christian McCaffrey, which honestly, I think would be the smart thing to do because he is not ever going to get back to where he was.
You've seen the flashes. I just think they need to limit his carries because Jordan Mason can run the ball. Garando has been, man, that dude has been.
Larry full fan. He's full fan.
I'm not being a fan. I'm just saying that think about it from a talent perspective. How many teams have that much talent and say we're going into a rebuild?
If your talent is not available, it doesn't matter how much talent you have.
But
if it's not available,
a rebuild, you go.
You go through a retool.
Like you said with Jalen Hurts, let's not run it. Let's limit his snaps. I think it's to be a retool and not a rebuild. Not get rid of some of the key pieces. Look, that's the Jets motto, man. Look, that's not the Niners motto, bro. We retool. We need to figure out how to get some of these players back on the field and limit some of their snaps and get back to the point where we was. It's too much talent on the team. Dude,
and that's why the Niners were long because they never wanted to rebuild.
What?
That's why the Niners were in the abyss for so long because they never wanted to rebuild. See, I'm old enough to remember those years between Montana and
I am too.
Everything now. And what was it? Oh, we got talent. We ain't got to rebuild. Okay, bro. Listen, I'll throw you down some sandwiches when y'all down in that abyss.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
down there. John Lynch, dude, unlike a lot of these GMs, John Lynch is not gonna let them go into the abyss. John Lynch, he's been making some really good moves. He's been drafting really good.
He's going to move off of McCaffrey. He's going to move off of Debo, and he's going to move off of Hargrave.
And if he move off all three of them, he's going to get back value for him. He's going to get back something.
Maybe not. We'll see.
But I don't think it's going to be a rebuild. It'll be a retool.
If you move off of the three of them, that's a rebuild, kid.
No, it's not. Jordan Mason was leading the league in rushing before McCaffrey came back.
It ain't a rebuild until you got a new quarterback, bro.
Okay, Jordan Mason, you don't have no rebuild. We've seen a lot of running backs have a good 6 games.
It's not a
Wow.
rebuild until you move off your quarterback. Giants are in
Yeah,
a
bro.
rebuild.
It's not a rebuild, bro. It's not.
All right.
Dude,
Not
we
a
just
We've
locked
seen
up
a lot of running
Ayuk be
backs
back next
have
year.
a good 6 games. Let's see what Jordan Mason does next season.
Jordan Mason was leading the league in rushing. Dude, I've watched Niners games, bro.
How many
If
games?
you take out
How many
if you take
games
out
does
CMC,
Jordan Mason play? How many games?
but if you take out CMC and you just go in the season with Jordan Mason and Garado, I'll mess his name up. That right there alone is not a rebuild, bro. That dude literally averaging 7.7 yards a carry. Watch, he's gonna be the lead back these last 5 games.
He's
Watch
out for
this
the season.
dude. Huh?
Mason's out for the season too.
That's what I said. Mason's out for the season, and McCaffrey's out for the season.
Yes.
So it's gonna be Garado.
Okay.
And that dude is literally averages 7.7 yards a carry.
I'll bet you in Arizona Ice-T he don't average more than 3.5 yards a carry the rest of the season.
What?
Arizona Ice-T.
Yep.
With zone blocking? With zone blocking.
Dude, either take the bet or don't. I ain't got time.
I'll take the bet, bro, because you can literally plug and play zone blocking running backs, dude.
Okay.
That dude has been really good. Like I say, Tooney's been good. Like I said, dude, it's not a retool, dude. They've drafted really good.
Okay.
They just need to be a retool. It's not a rebuild, bro.
Okay.
It's a get healthy and a rebuild. A get healthy and a retool, bro.
I believe you.
That's what the Niners are at right now.
I believe you believe that.
I believe that. I believe they'll be back in the NFC Championship game next season. But they got it.
You about to make me put actual money on that because y'all ain't getting
They'll
no
be
damn
back.
championship
They'll be
game.
if healthy. They'll be back in the net. They'll be dude. When Niners are healthy, bro, name one NFC team that can beat them.
The Detroit Lions.
We beat them last year.
That was last year. That ain't
We
this
beat
year.
them fully healthy last year.
That ain't last. That's this year.
We beat them when they was at their full strength last year.
Also, no, you didn't.
We did.
No, Dan Campbell was not at the height of his powers like he is now.
We literally owned the NFC for the past 4 years, bro. Nobody beat that team.
No. Oh, by the way, you barely beat Green Bay. By the way,
a win is a win, bro.
Was because Jordan Love said, "Hey, you know what?
Nobody talk about Lions.
Bro.
The Lions are the best team in the NFC this year. The Eagles are second best.
But I'll take if I'm gonna say if somewhat healthy, I'll take my Niners over the Lions any day.
Okay, you can do that, but y'all ain't making an NFC Championship game.
Any day. If healthy, we are. We'll be in the NFC Championship once again.
But you're never healthy.
We have been healthy. We've been healthy enough to go to 2 Super Bowls. What are you talking about?
They lose because you were hurt.
Have your Jets even seen a playoff game, bro?
No. We're not
Have they even seen a playoff game?
Whenever I hit a nerve, he bring up the Jets.
Dude, this is the same argument I get into with Cowboys fans. Would you rather your team playing for the chip or at home watching it?
Listen,
I would rather my team
somebody
play for
hits
it.
a nerve, y'all bring up my Jets. That's all I know.
I would, Barry. How bad would a Giants fan love to see the Giants even in the Super Bowl right now?
Now that's called straw man in the argument.
Hey,
we were talking about the Niners.
Hey,
he done brought up the Jets. He done brought up the Cowboys. He done brought up the Giants.
Serious. When the last time was the Steelers in the AFC Championship game?
He gonna bring up the Yankees next because I done hit that nerve.
I'm just saying, bro, that we have been there in contention for a championship the past 4 years. Teams would really kill.
Your team is always hurt.
Teams would kill to be even in that position, bro. I don't think it's a rebuild. I think it's a retool.
Okay,
I think that if healthy, the Niners can beat any team in the NFC, bro. Real talk.
All right.
And that's just what it is. It's gonna be a retool, man. It's gonna be a retool.
You take that straw man and keep running, bro.
It's gonna be a retool with Kyle, man. Like I said, bro, people talk that crap, and I be like, dude, I would much rather my team being in the Super Bowl than at home watching it.
So you much rather lose the Super Bowl? Okay.
Yeah, I would much rather lose the Super Bowl than to be at home watching it with a first round playoff exit.
Isn't that the same?
Or not even make it.
What's the difference? What's the difference? You're still a loser.
No, the difference is that I'm competing.
That's so mean.
The difference
if your Jets are in the Super Bowl right now, you wouldn't be saying that. So stop it,
dude. No, you know what? You know where I'm going,
Barry. I'm a Yankee fan. If we don't win the damn thing, we losers. Period.
You'll be out here with your chest puffed out talking about Jets in the Super Bowl, baby. My Jets in the Super Bowl.
Steve, listen, when they signed Aaron Rodgers, what did I say?
We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about if the Jets were in the Super Bowl.
Everybody in the claimed the Jets was going to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, and I said it's going to be trash.
I can't believe I should be in bed and sitting here talking about the Jets.
I got to talk to Steve for a minute. Steve, these 4 Yankee fans who literally had me to how long
did he bring up the Yankees?
How excited was they?
Cut his mic. Cut his damn mic. Cut his mic off. Cut his mic off.
I told you he bring up the Yankees.
I know. You can't even end this argument. You bring up my Yankees.
About the Yankees going to the World Series.
Listen, every time you hit a nerve with Larry, he goes Yankees and Jets. That's it.
Oh, gee.
Wait a minute, Steve been quiet, bro. Steve, how much did we hear about the Yankees in the World Series?
You ain't hear about it from me.
I mean, they were in the World Series. So I mean, as a sports show, we have to talk about what's going on. So like, it's our bad luck that we're on the show
about them being in the World
with
Series.
3 other Yankees fans. That's all that is. I mean, but like I said, I just been sitting back and just been enjoying this episode of Gold Rush, the number 1 49er show on the internet.
Yeah, I know. The Bills had a really good win at home. The Steelers got a win. The Lions are still doing their thing. The Eagles dominated the Ravens. We sit here talking about the Giants and the 49ers.
Oh, by the way,
that's what nobody want to watch.
Would not have won that game with Justin Fields at quarterback.
No, wait. Serious is on. Serious. How excited is your boy Nick right now? Because he think that the Steelers might go to the Super Bowl.
I haven't spoken to him in 2 weeks.
But
it doesn't matter. You can't. If you go to the Super Bowl, you're still a loser, right, Chandler?
Still a loser if you don't win it.
Anybody, you're a loser.
Anybody when that team is in competition, you get excited for.
Loser.
You love it, dude. That damn Lions Stadium was so the hell. They was going bananas just for them even being in a damn NFC Championship game, bro. Like, nah, bro.
I'm not a Lions fan. I can't speak to that.
Yeah, but you a Yankees fan, bro, and y'all was over here like, yeah, the Yankees win the championship.
Not y'all. Not y'all.
No. Hold up.
Go back and play these.
Check this out. Nobody's sitting here is pumping our chest. Well, the Yankees were in the World Series. We're pissed up. We lost the damn thing.
Wait. Go back and replay that. Go back and replay the show when we was doing the predictions. And I'm telling you, you're gonna see 3 happy faces on him.
Because you have because you win the World Series. It hadn't started yet, but we haven't started. We lost.
Yeah, but y'all was in it. And the only person on this show who really even picked the Dodgers was me. But y'all was 3 excited dudes about seeing the Yankees in the World Series.
No, because I even know that I said that I didn't trust us to win that doggone thing, and it turned out to be true because they choked it away in that game 5 in that inning.
No. We took it away in game 1.
Took it away in game 1.
I said they win game 1. Yeah. That was it.
Listen, I don't want to talk about the damn it, LG. We aren't talking about the Yankees.
Hey, you come for my Niners, man. I gotta come for you, brother.
I'm not coming for your Niners. I'm just telling you that the Niners.
Taylor, you come for my Niners, bro.
Brock Purdy.
They good.
I don't think he's not better than Dak Prescott. I think y'all need to retool. And I think that we've got better teams to talk about than the Niners.
We're gonna retool, and we'll be right back in the NFC Championship game again. We'll be right back competing for a championship.
Did you guys see the thing I said about the Panthers still actually have a chance to win the NFC South?
Because the NFC South is that bad. It's crazy. I saw that. I saw that before you posted it, but now I was like, it's crazy how bad. Somebody has to win the NFC South. Yeah. Somebody has to win it.
They really had somebody who would lose the record, win that division, and go to the playoffs.
I would love it if the Panthers won. I would love it.
They need to realign that division or something.
I thought Atlanta was going to run away with the division, and then Kirk Cousins said, "Hold my beer."
Well, Kirk Cousins is who he is, man. Kirk Cousins is who he is. He's a guy who makes a lot of money, who doesn't win, and who chokes.
You know who Kirk Cousins is right now? He's a guy that's coming off an ACL surgery that's in his 30s. That's who he is.
Kirk Cousins is the same guy he's always been. He's a guy he was in Washington. He's a guy he was in Minnesota.
He is a statue, Chandler.
But,
He is
okay,
a statue. right
Tell
now.
me the big game Kirk Cousins won.
Chandler, I'm not talking about the big game. I'm talking about him physically right now. He's a statue. He can't move.
When he wasn't a statue,
Chandler. I'm just talking about him physically right now. He cannot move.
No, he can't. But that doesn't change the fact that he's not going to win the big game.
No, I don't think he will. But right now, I would put Penix in. He can't move.
They can't.
They can't put
Penix in right now. That's doing that young man a disservice. That's doing him a disservice.
I think it's doing the team a disservice by keeping him.
No, you go with your backup if you have to, or you ride with Kirk Cousins. And next season, you give Michael Penix an actual chance. You cannot throw Penix in there right now because what you're doing is you're saying to him, save us. And if you don't save us, it's all your fault. You can't do that to a rookie quarterback. You cannot do that to him.
I know we over, but since we talking about benching people, hey, Chandler, do you bench Aaron Rodgers now?
I told you I would have benched Aaron Rodgers 3 weeks ago. I told you that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, you can't ask Chandler that. He wanted to bench him when they signed him.
Hey,
So.
I'm just saying, do they really, like, with all the shenanigans and stuff, and as bad as he played, bro, it's like, dude, we talked about Daniel Jones, man. How you think Aaron Rodgers will act if you bench him?
I don't care.
Down to Aaron Rodgers.
I would have cut Aaron Rodgers 3 weeks ago.
But really, Chandler, seriously, how do you think he will act if they bench him?
Oh, he would act. He would show his natural behind.
And he's
of course. Yeah.
He's
the problem with Aaron Rodgers is like you can tolerate his behavior, like him being on Pat McAfee with the arrogance and all that stuff because he was winning games and MVPs. Now that he's old and ain't winning nothing, he's insufferable to be around.
Now listen. When you were winning, you were quirky. Now that you're losing, you just an a-hole.
Yeah. And it's not even quirky. Like you were just you were just that dude. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like
I would cut him.
Now it's like he's a complete pain in the ass.
I would
cut
him
even further. Even when Green Bay wasn't winning, he was still having these immaculate games, these 300, 400, 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. They not only losing, he's playing like hot garbage.
But he's in his 40s. Why? See, this is what has always killed me, especially with New York franchises, regardless of the sport, is we bring in these players who have big names, who are well past their prime, not just a little, not just kind of, well past their prime, okay? And the fans somehow expect them to be in their prime, okay? And then you can talk about the Knicks with all the old players the Knicks have brought in, the Coutinho Mobleys, all of them. Oh, I can't believe he's not doing it. He's 75 damn years old. What do you people expect, okay? Aaron Rodgers came here at 40 years old. Why would anybody expect him to play like a 25-year-old? That's the problem, is the New York fans, they expect something out of an old player that is not realistic, and then when they don't meet that, oh, he's a bum. Aaron Rodgers, even without all the histrionics, was never going to be the savior. What he should have been looked at as was a compliment, okay, to a team. And then maybe that team would have won. But because they expected him to save everybody, okay, everybody just sat back and said, save us, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out?
Aaron interested in saving nobody but
Aaron
himself.
looking worse than Kirk Cousins coming off that Achilles. Like, he's not even really throwing the ball. He's just like flinging it.
Falcons in the same boat. He's coming off an Achilles. And because we got Kirk Cousins, we should win the South. No. What you should have done was said, hey, Kirk, all we need you to do is not lose the game for us, bro, while you get back on your feet. But that's not what they did.
Aaron don't even, if you look at the way Aaron played, he don't even play on that black leg. He just flinging it.
Yes, because he doesn't want to get hit. He don't want to get hit.
And he playing like hot garbage. Like I'm telling you right now, you seen a whiny 2-year-old when you take away they bottle or they bibby or something like that. Hey, he gonna be a whiny, crying baby in his corner throwing a temper tantrum. Hey.
He's gonna be on Pat McAfee's show every day.
Yeah, he'll have a lot more time to be on Pat McAfee, that's for sure. Yeah,
every day talking his shit.
But then Pat will probably get tired of him. He'll be like, Aaron, don't you got something to do, man? He's like, you've been on the show 3 times.
I know, right?
You know,
like Aaron, like we didn't ask you to come into it. Why are you here?
You see what the Steelers did? The Steelers told both of their quarterbacks, "You ain't here to save us, bro. You here to help us. You ain't here to save us." How's that working out?
The Jets gave Aaron Rodgers too much power. Well, we already know.
I mean, we can go back to like people saw what Brady did in Tampa. How it was like he slid right on in there. He was like, "Look, y'all need a quarterback. I need a team to play for."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. And people see that and thought that, I mean, at least from the Jets section, they were like, "Well, hey, we can do that with with Aaron Rodgers." And like the coach like, "Hey, we can do that with Matt Ryan." But it's not that easy.
Not that easy.
You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as that situation looked down in Tampa. But like, yeah, it's funny because when you sit here and you look, okay, I'm sorry, I'm distracted. This guy on halftime of the Rockets Kings game, he has like 13,000 chairs stacked up. This man is on top of these chairs. Like, this is crazy. He's like 75 years old and
somebody need to get Kevin Murphy a black suit.
Is that the one with the bowls?
Like blue.
Is that the one doing the bowls?
No, that's not Red Panda. Like, this is just this guy. He got to be like 70 years old. This man got like 13 chairs stacked up.
It's crazy.
Like, this is ridiculous.
I want the chairs to fall. You know that, right?
I do too. Kind of low key. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh no! And then now he doing a handstand.
You mean? Are we talking about the number 2 seeded Rockets right now?
I'm not doing that right now.
No. We should be talking about the Knicks that just beat the crap out of.
Are we talking about those?
I told you the Rockets should be.
We are talking about those very same.
Yeah, but a lot of people was like, they're not gonna make the playoffs and they're gonna be in the play-in. I was like, nah.
There's too much talent on that roster for that team to not make a deep playoff run. I'm sorry.
But going into the season, I think there was like one person on this show that said they will get a playoff spot.
No, I remember saying that them and Detroit, if they don't get into the playoffs, it's a coaching issue.
If the season ended today, the Detroit Pistons would be in the play-in, and the Timberwolves would be out of the playoffs. We still got a long way to go, boys. We still got a long way to go.
You know what though? Them trading Towns, whether they realize it or not, they took the heart of that team away by trading Towns. And I'm not talking about points, I'm not talking about defense. Karl Anthony Towns is his personality. He just makes everybody want to be around each other. He's got a great personality. Julius Randle is the opposite of that. He's the
opposite of that. Yeah, nobody wants to be around him. He is just like, I mean, it can be various reasons. He went to Kentucky. He's from Dallas. I mean, it's a bunch of things where people don't want to be around Julius Randle.
I would like to thank the Minnesota Timberwolves for taking him off our hands.
I'm saying.
I appreciate your patronage. I appreciate your sacrifice for all of us Knicks fans. Bing bong.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where it's like, all right, who's gonna be there? Well, it's like, okay, well, like Jeff gonna be there, like Randy gonna be there, like Sean gonna be there, Julius gonna be there. Oh, Julius gonna be there. You know what?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I'm said about guys not talking and whatnot when they losing. That's Julius Randle right there. Julius Randle pouts like a summer gun when things ain't going his way.
Look at Daniel Jones. Oh, sorry, I gotta go. I'm going.
Man, Julius Randle gonna end up on the Wizards by the end of the season. They gonna
He's gonna end up on the Vikings,
bro. Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole, the Wizards are gonna be trash. Now you want to talk about some dudes sucking the life out of a room? Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma got to go.
Hey, they gonna trade.
I heard a rumor that Kyle Kuzma maybe end up going to Golden State.
Oh yeah, let him go ruin their locker room.
Well, no, he won't because
they don't need nothing right now.
Unlike the Wizards locker room, there are adults in the Warriors locker room.
That's true.
I don't know.
So
they had adults in the Warriors locker room and traded Poole away. So
hey, look, you go to that Warriors locker room, Draymond over there like.
Yeah, say something. Yeah. With that being said, I gotta go take care of my daughter. So let's get out of here. Man, thanks for coming by, kicking with us, man. Give me a plug of the closer and shut it down, big homie.
All right, a lot of fun tonight, guys. I kept my voice for the most part, though my throat is sore as all get out right now.
Well, gargle.
Y'all know it's the holidays, man. Be safe. You know, reach out to your family members, your friends. Just reach out and make sure everybody's okay because this time of year, man. You know, it ain't no matter how much somebody might be smiling, don't mean things are going well for them emotionally. So especially like a son, take your vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? Get that vitamin D in you so you can get your mood up. But 988 is not just for vets; it's for everybody. Man, you need somebody to talk to. 22 veterans commit suicide every day. We need to cut that number down, and we just need to. There's a lot of nonsense coming this next year, man. We need to help all our friends and family be as positive as possible for the shitstorm we're about to face. That's all I got, man.
Appreciate you, my dude, man. Again, as a spouse of a veteran, I echo his sentiments. Again, we need to get that number down to 0, man. And the holidays is a very difficult time for veterans and people dealing with seasonal depression, things of that nature. So definitely, if you see somebody, talk to somebody. If you need to talk to somebody, reach out. Coach, man, it's been fun, man. Talk to me, my man.
Oh, as always, an honor and a privilege to step inside the bullroom with the execs. If you see the link, share the link. Helps us out. Helps us get our name out. Helps things. You're gonna see a lot more of us. On especially more of me because I think I'm gonna have to start doing these videos. But that's a conversation for off air. I do want to say,
my theory, bro. Hey, come on with it.
Yeah, y'all on my ass about this video, so it's like I just want to say this before I do my normal closeout. Happy retirement to Paul Millsap.
Yes, sir.
He is a guy that a lot of teams in today's NBA could use a Paul Millsap. Plus, Paul Millsap's an all-time bag getter. Did you know Paul Millsap has made over $190 million in his NBA career? Yeah. Crazy, right? But y'all know what time it is, man. Like Paul Millsap, like that's crazy. Just an all-time bag getter. So I respect anybody who get the bag like how Paul got the bag. But y'all know what it is. God is good
all the time.
Drink your water, like stay hydrated. Even in these winter months, you can still get dehydrated in these winter months when it's cold because you're all bundled up and you're sweating underneath your coats and stuff like that. It's snowing right now as I'm looking out my window, So make sure you do that. And of course, Wu-Tang is for the children. Protect your neck. See y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, big dog, man. I swear to goodness, man, it's good to get him back in the thing, man. I love that man so much. It's fun, man. Larry, you know what to do, my guy. Get us out of here.
Man, I normally kind of keep mine short, but I wanted to say something, right? I did. I know Barry over there, his head nod. You see his head nodding to the right already. I see him over there nodding off real quick. But I wanted to say this, right? And everything I say, y'all know, I don't say it for no reason, right? So when I started talking about the whole Trevor Lawrence thing, last night, was I the only one watching Monday Night Football? And Jameson had an amazing game to me. I really like the Jameson thing. But the announcers start talking about Sean Payton in the Coach of the Year running. And they kept saying it. They reiterated it twice. He's the only coach with a rookie quarterback in the running for the Coach of the Year. Am I mistaken? But has Dan Quinn been mentioned for Coach of the Year all season with the black rookie quarterback? Yes, he has.
Mm-hmm.
He has a rookie quarterback. He has a rookie quarterback that's actually in contention for Rookie of the Year. But all they kept talking about, and I thought they was going to correct themselves, but they said it twice. They was like, no, Sean Payton's the only one in running for Coach of the Year with a rookie quarterback. I'd be damned if there's a man named Jane Daniels that's a rookie quarterback in Washington who they actually might make the playoffs. That's his coach is up for Coach of the Year too. I was getting really pissed off hearing them say that. Like, so you're going to just throw the black quarterback under the bus? Like, I was getting, I thought they were going to correct themselves, but they stuck by it both times. Like, that's why I said something about the Trevor Lawrence thing. And I get it. We've all said on the show, it's always a different standard for black quarterbacks it is for white quarterbacks. It's always been like that. But, to hear these announcers praising, Knicks and praising Sean Payton when there's another coach that's up for Coach of the Year and another rookie quarterback who's actually might win Rookie of the Year, and you failed to even mention that it's another quarterback. They just kept saying he's the only one. No, he's not the only one. There's another one. He's in Washington. Get it right. But yeah, like I say, always a pleasure, fellas. Always, you know, like I said, I love jumping in the boardroom, man. And I'm gonna just close it at that. I'm gonna leave it right there. Let Barry get some sleep, y'all. I'm out. Peace.
All right, Larry, man. Pleasure getting on the mic and sharing the space with you, my guy. Again, great job on this video. He talked about Matt Eberflus, you know, and he kind of put that together with the movie Friday, man. That was kind of interesting. Villain, you know what to do, my guy.
Peace. I'm out. I'm tired. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. If Chandler's there, just let him know, man. You know, Dan Jones is a quitter. See you later.
Yo, it's your boy Serious repping F412 in the 703, man. It's such a privilege and a pleasure being able to do this show with you guys, man. I've been in this very chair all week, man, trying to do my best to bring you guys some great content, man. So definitely, if you see the show, share the show, man. I don't do it by myself, man. I got a slew of people that are around us that are trying to push this movement forward. Again, we're all over the place: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, man. And about 24 hours of this show that's now 2 hours and 30 some odd minutes long will be on Spotify for you to listen on your drive to work. If you live in the metro, that traffic is no joke. So you got something to listen to. With that being said, as you guys know, I am a Steeler fan. George Pickens, get it together. I'll catch you guys next week, man.